What's up, friends and real ones? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, RealGrogg, and yes, I'm aware that right now my camera is not quite working. I am working on getting that one reactivated so we can all see each other's face. There I am. Excellent. Worked like a charm. Just like I planned. Welcome in. Happy Monday to all of you. Welcome back to the channel, of course. I, once again, am your host, RealGrogg, and it's great to have you back here. Around this channel, I'm typically exploring the open worlds of post-apocalyptic and survival gaming, continuing our journey evermore into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's been a phenomenal week, busy week, stressful week, to be totally honest, and we've gained some new real ones I had the pleasure of meeting. If you are new around here, or if you're in particular one of the few that I met over the last week, welcome in. You are now officially real ones, but definitely drop into the chat, say hi, let me know how you're doing, how your week's been, what you've been up to, what's your plan. If you're happy, sad, upset, stressed, living a life of luxury, let me know. I would love to hear all of that. Yes, exactly, Miss Marin. But yeah, welcome in. Miss Marin stealing all of my lines right off the bat, saying happy Monday and welcome back to the channel. That's my line. Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for a like right off the bat. That's very generous of you, Miss Marin. I appreciate you throwing that advice into the chat. Yeah, if you are stopping on in, last week we were continuing our journey in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I have cat hair all over my face. And I will admit, last week's stream was a lot of fun, because it was a great conversation with the real ones here on the channel. Welcome in, DJ Clayton. Speaking of a phenomenal real one, here we are in the chat. Welcome in, my friend. Always so great to see you. Hopefully you've had a great time, a great week, and you are doing very well tonight. Let me know, though. Tell me everything about you. What's been going on? How you been? What you're playing? What you're enjoying? But last week, while it was a fun stream, I will admit it's one of my least favorite missions in this game. But pretty much, but not to you know, besmirch it by any means. But basically, what happened, if you didn't see it, or if you need a little refresher, hello, Mega John Hall, welcome in, my friend, great to see you. We were just recapping last week, which kicked us off. We discovered the location of John of Liechtenstein, and he was one of the conspirators that will hopefully help be one of our allies. And he gave us the location of a powerful family located in Kuttenburg who used to own the castle in which Sir Hans Capon is currently being imprisoned. So, at the advice of John of Liechtenstein, we decided to go discuss this further to hopefully acquire the aid of the Ruthards, Ruthards, R-U-T-H-A-R-D-S. Ruthards, I believe is how it's pronounced. It's kind of a tricky one to say. But we got to their home, a beautiful estate in the heart of Kuttenburg. We're kind of on the edge, I should say. And as soon as we arrived there, we noticed a bit of a discrepancy between the Ruthards and the Master of Coin. Can't remember his name, but he's a dick. Really don't like that guy. Hey, Broad Point 0507 Grog Mondays, baby. Yes, indeed. I feel like I would remember that one, but that does not look like a familiar username. So welcome in, Prod. Let me know what the prod stands for if you like. But what a treat to have you on in. Welcome in, Grog Mondays, indeed, my friend. It is great to see you in here. Yeah, let me know how you're doing, where you been, where you from, and yeah, how far along you've been watching this channel, because there's been a lot of fun stuff. Table. All right, I had a feeling it was part of the new group there. Welcome in, my friend. It was such a pleasure to meet you. Y'all were an amazing group of people, and I had such a blast meeting all of you, and thank you for joining the RealGrogg community. Yes, indeed, though. Grog Mondays, indeed. Welcome in, welcome in. So last week we met the Mint Master in that abode of the Ruthards in Kuttenburg, and basically he's skimming off the top. He's pulling a fast one on King Sigismund. So while the Mint Master is working for Sigismund, he's also, you know, got a little sticky finger action, and he runs a Groschen or a silver mine, where basically he's taken money off the top, and he's lining his pockets richly with silver and groschen. And our goal was to go discover how he was making that happen, how he worked his fingers into that. And so it sends us all the way up to Grand, and we have to kind of interrogate 1,000 people that have a really annoying accent. And from there, we slowly uncover how this big heist has been taking place. We figured all that out, and we were having a good time chatting with each other. So I understand if some of us were a little distracted. I was distracted. And basically we talked to all the miners. We talked to the kind of like the guy who keeps the books in that location as well. And he told us that, yeah, I mean, things weren't adding up. We figured out where the discrepancy was. We found deep in the mine, we found a group of essentially slaves that were being forced to produce authentic groschen, so the currency of the region we're in. It wasn't even a fake, it wasn't a counterfeit, it is real groschen they were making. So it was even harder to track, harder to trace, and easier to line the pockets of the wealthy. So that we discovered that, we freed the slaves, we killed the bodyguards of everyone we found, but I left the people alive who were kind of running the show, hoping that will net us a benefit in the future. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with all of that. Produced by 0507. Well, I don't know what 0507 is, but my curiosity is piqued. But either way, welcome in. I'd love to see that, and thank you for filling me in a little bit on that. DJ Clayton saying, conversation starter, if a KCD side quest could completely break genre and gameplay conventions, what quest would you like to see? Oh, that is a unsurprisingly phenomenal question from the one and only DJ Clayton. Oh, that is tough, because there's a lot of really fun missions in there. Let me think that through. Let me see. So if a side quest could completely break genre and gameplay conventions, well, I would say even more enhanced, while not breaking genre perhaps. I do think I love the arena. I've always loved the combat system, or the combat system, yes, but also the what's it called? The tournament styles. We were the tournament champion in Rete, and I really do enjoy those, and I think expanding on that even more, producing more of like a gladiatorial sort of thing where it was a little less structured and a bit more intense, I think would be really, really fun. But let me keep thinking about that. That's a great question. Let me know what your responses to DJ's questions are in the chat. I would love to hear your opinions. You guys always have a greater opinion of this than me. But yes, Damon Preble, welcome in. Here we go. Hey, RealGrogg chat. Hello to you, my friend. Always such a pleasure to have you in the chat and here with us once again. We were just kind of recapping last week. Henry would go full pimp and open up brothels all over the kingdoms. I would love to argue that point, or argue against that point, but you're probably right. Honestly, Henry's got that riz. He got that dog in him, as the thumbnail points out today. Grog has the look, Henry has the riz. You know, I'm just trying to keep up with my boy Henry. Heinrich, just trying to keep up. But you know, I do all right. Got a little mohawk popping out of the hat today. Looks a little funny, doesn't it? But so we found the mine, we found the silver, we found the discrepancies in the books, freed the slaves, and basically shut down the mint master being able to line his pockets further. But instead, we might have another use for those groschen. So we're going to find out how that goes. We are going to pick right back up in the base of the mine, in that room where we freed the slaves, and we're going to go talk to, I think his name is Matthew, if I remember right, who is kind of the guy in charge of the books here in Grand, and we'll see how that goes, but I think it'll work in our favor. And again, all of this was done to gain favor from the Ruthards, who will hopefully help us to infiltrate their old castle, which is currently being inhabited by what's his freaking name? Von Berghoff, by Von Berghoff and all of and his retinue, and of course Hans Capon. So, my friends, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for hitting that like button. I see you've all done that for me, and I sincerely do appreciate that. As Miss Marin pointed out, it does help the channel and helps me as well. Makes me feel good. And that's what it's all about, right? No, not really. You do what you like. If you want to wait and make me earn that like, I'm right here with you. I agree. I should have to earn it. Not very hard. Like, I'm not going to work really hard for it, but please, click the button. But yeah, settle in. We are going to be really sticking to the main story once again tonight. I know I say that every time, and it usually takes me about an hour to do it, but tonight we're already in it. So I'm going to continue with the main story. We're going to keep focusing on that. We'll see how far we get it tonight. And because, yeah, we are still relatively early in the Kuttenburg region, but I think if we really focus, we can get this down there. And I'm thinking before the RealGrogg channel picks up and moves to the next location, potentially, I want to have KCD wrapped up. I don't want to give you another big break between playthroughs here. So with that said, we're going to drop on in. We're going to have some fun tonight. But real quick, DJ says, what is the just like I planned item on your shelf? Is that a cap? I would. It is. Well, actually, yes. So I've got 2 of the old RealGrogg merch items here with me. Of course, one of my favorites. Every day is work, work, work. One of my absolute favorite things. I wear that one all the time. And then, yes, also a hat. Just like I planned. Yeah, that one, I'm a big fan of both of those. But unfortunately, I found out, because I'm still such a small fish in a giant ocean of content creators, basically, because I'm under 500 subs, I can't really sell, or like I don't have the same affiliation with being able to sell merch. I'm still trying to find some stuff, but yeah, that one. So there is a link to the store in the channel, or actually on the homepage of my channel. I don't think it's worked for a little while, and I have put that on the back burner for things to focus on. But Damon says, I have the second one. Love to see that. That's phenomenal. Thank you all. It was a very generous wave of purchasing from so many phenomenal and generous real ones. So if you are repping your RealGrogg merch, know that I love you. Know that I appreciate it. And even if you're not, that's totally okay too. I love you as well. Don't worry about that, because there will be another batch coming. So everybody who does have RealGrogg merch right now, it's a collector's item, baby. So in 30, 40 years, when I finally figure out how to edit videos, you'll have the first items. But I've blathered on about as long as I should without reaching out and saying hi to Heinrich. So let's drop in, my friends. Let's have some fun, all right? And here we are, back in the lovely mine. I've looted, I'm bleeding, I'm off to kind of a rough start here as Henry. I was looking around here trying to find some bandages, but I couldn't find any. And I think that that's one thing I would love to see, is the ability to craft bandages. I feel like that's one thing that Henry would be more than capable of. You know, like, hey, here's a rag. Let me get that, tear it into pieces, pour some moonshine on it. Boom. That's all you need. But yes, yeah, DJ, that is, thank you for asking about the merch there. I do appreciate that. And yeah, click the link and see if it works. I don't think it will. But yeah, let me know. But of course, more importantly than all of that, my friends, as I stated earlier, I just want to hear about you. I want to hear how your week's been, what you've been up to, if you're playing anything fun, or if you're playing anything not fun. Because I'll tell you, I've been getting a little antsy waiting on some new games. And so I've been diving back into some old favorites or some things just to see if I would like it. One of them being Project Zomboid. And I feel a little bad talking bad about it because Miss Marin was exceptionally generous a while back, and I believe bought a copy of that game for a lot of the real ones as an attempt to get something for us to play as a group. And God, I hate that game. I have tried so many times to figure it out, to learn it, to like it at all. And I hate that game. I uninstalled it, hid it. I will never do it again. But tell me. Oh, stop. I bought it and had no idea how horrible it was. No, and Ms. Marin, that is nothing against you. That is nothing against you. Your generosity makes that game better. That's the best part of that game, is that you were so nice to do it. But yes, I feel like I was maybe missing something. So my point of bringing that up was not to besmirch Miss Marin's name by any means, but simply to ask if anybody's ever played Project Zomboid and loves it, please tell me how, why, what am I missing? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it has a rabid fan base that will defend it. Okay. All right, so I feel like this is what happened at the end of the last stream too. I'm gonna change outfits just so I'm not clanking around here so loudly as I'm trying to figure out how the hell to get out of here. I'm pretty sure this is exactly what happened last time too. I ran around for about 20 minutes trying to figure out a way out. But yeah, I've been dropping into some old favorites and some new games and this and that. But yeah, it's always good to come back to KCD. I've been playing it a lot less, of course. But if you haven't been playing KCD, they did also just release their first story expansion, Brushes with Death, which you meet an enigmatic painter who is an interesting background, and it introduces some really cool new game mechanics, really cool game mechanics, as one of them being the opportunity to paint shields, so you can actually make a custom shield for yourself. You're a little limited in the artwork. It's not you're not actually drawing yourself or anything like that, but you can get some pretty cool stuff. I've been having some fun with that, and I'm working my way through that story, but I'm kind of slow rolling it a little bit. But very, very cool to see them putting out the first DLC. I didn't even know it was coming that quickly. Hey, Chili Santa, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. How the hell are ya? We are just getting started. Try Nightingale, DJ. Ooh, oh yeah, Nightingale. Yeah, that was that. Wasn't that sort of like Victorian, magic-y sort of thing that we talked about that on the channel a while back. Okay, so dead bodies are going to be my marker for the first room, which, if I remember right, I came down this hall to get to the dead body room. So we're going to keep going this way and hopefully find a ladder to take me up. Ah, there we are. I knew it. But yeah, welcome in. Playing Fallout 4. Chili Santa, living the life already. That is phenomenal. Steampunk. Thank you, Damon Purple. Chili Santa playing a little Fallout 4. I love to hear it. Now, are you leaning into your evil nature? Are you embracing the light and being good? What are you doing in Fallout 4? How do you like to play it? And would you rather see Fallout 5 or Elder Scrolls 6, 7, whatever the hell it is? 6, I think. But that's phenomenal. Doing it the right way. DJ says, a side mission I would love. Break into a castle to steal a cyberpunk steam-powered suit of armor and fight your way out. And a phenomenal amount of creativity from DJ Clayton once again. That would be pretty cool. So, okay. So actually, that gets my brain working. So, while not breaking genre too much, I would love the detail of this game is incredible, and I would love a farming simulator. Like, honestly, take Stardew Valley, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and shit, I don't know, Mass Effect, and combine them into one glorious soup, and I would eat that soup until it is empty. All right, so this was the grimy little town that we went in and out of trying to find the answers. We found said answers in the mine down the hall, or down the street from that town. Then we're gonna go back and talk to Christian. Ah, that's what his name was. I'm gonna go back and talk to Christian, and we'll see what he has to say after we reveal to him this counterfeit operation right under his nose. Yeah, you know, I have to agree on the topic of Nightingale. It looked really appealing. It had a lot of fun stuff going for it. It kind of gave that BioShock Infinite vibe, but in third person. It almost had like a more lighthearted Devil May Cry sort of thing. But yeah, it something didn't quite click, and I'm so sad that I feel like so many games lately are delivering that. Oh, nice. Chili Santa in Fallout 4 is trying to finish getting the achievements. I love that answer. I'm doing a stealth run on very hard for practice. Then I have to do survival, I believe. Interesting. That sounds super cool. I always get an itch. Fallout 4, I feel like, was one of the first games I really fell in love with the building mechanics. I'm sure I've bored you all with this topic before, but I'll always pick the game up to start building and playing it again, and every time I forget that you have to grind your face off to get all the materials you need to make a really cool base, especially with lights and cables. Copper. You need a lot of copper. It's insane. Quick. And I always forget that until I'm like halfway through my playthrough, or actually not even halfway, super early on. Then I go, all right, I'm done. I'm over it. So good for you to go back and get those achievements. That is crucial. I'm an achievement hunter myself. I love to get 100%, and no, that's a good game to do it with. I'm sorry, I keep doing all of this. I'm so sorry. Aluminum as well. Oh my God, Chili. Yeah, absolutely. So I highly recommend the Scrapper perks. ASAP. Get the scrapper perks in Fallout 4 as soon as you possibly can. Because, yeah, otherwise you're going to be miserable. All right, I need to get some bandages. What the hell am I doing here? I am bleeding to death. Call me crazy, but I feel like that would be filling at a more rapid pace. All right, I want to wash myself because I'm covered in blood, and it'll also heal me a little bit.
You don't look good at all.
I don't look good at all. I mean, I look good, but not that good. Oh, actually,
no different than usual.
Henry trying to explain his brutally beaten face. So there are 3 games I'm trying to decide between. Ooh, here we go. Okay, this is very. I love this. There are 3 games I'm trying to decide between: Manor Lords, Medieval Destiny, or Bellwright. Any opinions or feedback? All are welcome. That's phenomenal. So I played a minor bit of Manor Lords, and it's in my library. It's still one that I would actually like to go back and play more of, but I have not done it yet. But I do feel like Manor Lords and Medieval Dynasty have very similar vibes. Of course, there are differences, but they're in the same family, and I do think that I think I actually own both of them. I've been thinking about doing a little review, a little playthrough of them myself, as a off-stream video. Yeah, let's roll the dice. Just trying to find some bandages. A little rusty here. All right, there's nothing in there. But yeah, I often struggle with this sort of thing. Manor Lords was so vast. It was so big. Or maybe it was Medieval Dynasty. I do forget. It was Medieval Dynasty. It was. It's so vast. And it kind of starts you off like you're there to build generational civilizations. And I love that idea. I've always wanted that in games where you... Like Fable, I always wanted to have what Peter Molyneux always promised, where it's like, plant an acorn, and it will grow into an oak tree over the period of play. That didn't pan out at all, not even close.
Good to see you.
But I've always loved the idea of like, let's get get your hero, get him married, have a kid, play your hero's story, retire them in whatever way that might mean, and then take over as the kid and keep playing, and be able to keep doing that. And I think that that's what Medieval Dynasty and Manor Lords kind of does. And I quickly got overwhelmed with the idea of like, okay, well, where do I make my base? Where do I put things down? Where do I got decision fatigue before I even really gave an earnest shot at the game. But it was still good. It was interesting. It was a little rough at the time when I first played it, but it was... There we go. I was trying to get that pray prompt. I'm actually going to just turn down the main volume just for a second, though, while I pray, so we're not talking over the Henry praying. I'm leaning towards Bellwright because devs are very active in combat as cool squad style. I like that. I do like a squad. Bellwright. I can't remember if I've watched. I can't remember if I watched the trailer for that or not. I can't quite tell. Heard Medieval Dynasty is crazy long play. Exactly. Yes, it is designed where you're gonna have what I was just saying that I've always wanted, that generational playthrough where your heirs and people you marry off and all this stuff will continue to expand and grow, and that's a great idea. I think with so many games, that's one of my, I don't want to say hesitations, but one of the drawbacks is there's so many great games that demand so much time. It's difficult to be able to give that, like, if I'm going to give all my time to one game, it's got to be the perfect thing. It has to be the greatest game I've ever played in every regard. So I just enjoy the hell out of it. You know what I mean? That's asking too much. That's asking too much. All right, let's find this Christian fella. Actually, yeah, you're absolutely right. I need to fix my bleeding. Let's see. Well, I don't think this will do it, but let's drink a marigold. Okay, so that will not do it. That is the conundrum. Absolutely. Yeah, that is always the tough part. I've always wanted to have a part of this channel that was like best games to play off Steam or this and that, or like reviewing a bunch of different games. But I'm like, I can't spend that much on all these games because, you know, you have like a 2-hour window to play them before you can return them. on Steam, and I'm like, I want to review all these games. I want to show them off, give people the chance to check them out before they have to buy them. But that's going to add up. I'm not going to lie. Ark was a dumpster fire, and I have 222 days on it. My friend, we have talked about that before. I don't know how you do that to yourself with Ark. All right, I just need some bandages. Oh, I will steal that, please and thank you. And I think that's the only one I need. I think I'm relatively healed up. Oh, for Pete's sake! Just heal, Henry. Just be healthier. But Ark, I don't know, man. That was one I have been more frustrated by a game. But man, that one pushed some buttons. I'll tell you that much. So good for you for sticking with it. Yeah, that's tricky right there. All right, this is leading me to the main event. I promise. I'm just trying to not bleed to death. But it's a slow trickle. It'll be fine. It does look like my head's bleeding, so that's a little off-putting, but that's okay. Hey, here's Christian anyway. Christian of Pisek, who's the brother of Peter of Pisek. We met in Suchtol, the first town that we arrived at when we got to the Kuttenburg region.
I got the evidence against Mintmaster Vavak.
Really? Let me see.
Here. His handwritten records of the whole scheme.
There are names, amounts paid, mines, smelting works, yields. I'll be damned. This is perfect, Henry.
Well,
This could wipe him out for good. Where did you find this?
in the secret mint.
Vavak had a secret mint where coins were minted from the silver they stole. That's where he kept the books.
He obviously had it all worked out to the last detail. Remarkable. Did you have any trouble getting it?
Well, I had to talk to a bunch of stupid. Oops!
No trouble.
I didn't mean to do
Glad to hear it.
That's fine.
There's one more thing. Was there anyone else in that mint?
Yeah, they're prisoners.
There were some coiners being held prisoner.
Jesus Christ. Held prisoner.
Vavak locked them up there to work for him.
My God. He really is an unscrupulous monster. Did you let them out?
Nope, left
I
them locked
did.
up.
But it took some persuading. They were afraid.
Thank God for that. When you talked to them, did you see a coin die anywhere?
Getting awfully suspicious here,
They
Christian.
gave it to me quite willingly.
I'm curious. Let me see.
Here.
What the? It's genuine. That means all the groschen minted from the silver stolen by Vivak are absolutely clean. In any case, we uncovered something big, Henry. But I'm afraid no matter what Master
we
Buresh
did?
told you at the mint, no one will believe us.
Luckily, I've got this. A letter from Vavak to Master Buresh. He actually gave it to me willingly, for letting him go.
This
Henry's such a showman. It's like bit by bit. He's like,
really
oh,
is
that?
the
I've got
last
that right
piece of the
here.
mosaic.
Oh, the other
But
thing,
be that
I've
as it
got
may,
that
we know
right here.
enough.
He's such a showman.
I've been thinking
Love
it all over while you were gone.
Yeah, what's up?
The scheme Master Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus has been running under our nose is incredibly insolent.
Agreed.
But it's also one of the cleverest fraudulent schemes I've ever heard of. With those books in Ruthard's hands, Vivak won't remain long in his post, and it's now pretty clear who will replace him. And a side income like that could prove useful to many people, if you take my meaning.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
I knew you'd understand. Everything would stay the same.
I mean, screw
Entering
Sigismund.
false
I
figures
have
in the
no-
books, processing the ore in the works, a secret mint. Only there would be a change in management. I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Hammond in the mines. But that shouldn't be difficult. A miner jumps at coin like a dog at a bone.
What happened to Herman and Fett?
Not long after you left, Herman disappeared. They saw him on the road to Grunt, and they found Fett on the spoil tip with a broken neck.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herman told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked. Things like that can get you killed.
Shit.
They're both gone, and now I have to deal with it. I'll have to arrange a deal with Master Buresh. But knowing him, he won't be opposed to a reasonable agreement.
I
And
kind
I'll
of want
take
to
care
go
of the
track
coiners
that other guy
myself.
down. If he's
Nothing
on,
really
they said he's on the
changes for
road to
you.
Grund, so I think I might.
You can blackmail Vivak all you want, but keep your tongue tied about the whole scheme.
I will.
I've got a little something here for you, as a bonus.
It's going to be like 1,000 groschen.
And I'll give you something extra for the genuine coin die. All you have to do is nod.
All right, so it wouldn't be stealing from the Ruthards because, you know, they wouldn't know anyway. No big change. Too big a risk? Nah. Can't promise you that? Nah. I just want to save Capon? No, I want money.
Excellent. You won't regret it. But don't forget, you can blackmail Vivart with the evidence all you want, but leave the Path of Silver to me.
Done.
Here's your secret records and copies of the books from the mines and the smelting works for comparison.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Okay.
It was a pleasure working with you, Henry. I wish you the best of luck. And give my regards to Sir Kunsley.
I will.
It'll-
All right, so finally we can get out of this stinky mine. Now, I want to see because this game is that kind of thing where, now they said he's on the road to Grund, which is a really short walk. So I'm actually just going to sprint and see if we can find Neiman. What was his name? Because Fett's dead. 360. Fett's dead, so I want to see if I can find anybody. If I see anybody running in particular, that might be a tip off. Let's see. I'm also not holding my breath. If we don't find him in a very short time span, I'm not gonna keep up the hunt. Damon Pearl will try. I am trying to convince RealGrogg to do a showcase of all three. Well, I think I have 2 out of 3. I'm gonna check out that bell right, because that also sounds very interesting. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of in a gaming slump. Not a slump, but you know, it's like I need something fresh. I need something new. I loved KCD, and I still do, of course. But you know, I've played through it a couple times, and you know, we're gonna work our way through the story, of course. But overall, we're kind of getting down there, and I think I want to showcase Blueprints. I've mentioned that a few times. I want to give that one a shot. All right, we're out of town now, so let's keep on hoofing and see what we come across. But yeah, I would love to try Blueprints. Again, as I say every stream, until it happens, Undead Labs, State of Decay 3. Once that happens, I mean, once that's dropped, my friends, oof, game over. I don't know when, but I have another game, The Long Dark, which is probably my favorite survival game, period. I think it's just incredible. The sequel is coming out, but still TBA. I don't see this guy. Oh, yes, and Miss Marin makes a great point. We gotta do Split Fiction together. I highly recommend you all stick around for that if you have anybody you like to play games with. Co-op, couch co-op, even online. Miss Marin and I are going to do a joint playthrough, much like we did with The Quarry. We're going to do a joint playthrough of Split Fiction, because it is a damn good game, a lot of fun, and a resurgence of couch co-op. Yeah, it is so fun. Absolutely phenomenal. And this time, Miss Marin and I are actually going to switch roles from when we played off-stream, so it will still feel very new to each of us. Because in that game, you play as 2 different characters, and you play through it, but then you can always go back and play it again as the other character, which really opens it up quite a bit. But yeah, that one is an absolute blast. Okay. So we got to go report back to the Ruthards. It's an unfortunate name. Like, I don't... Like, I feel borderline uncomfortable saying their name because of how it has to come out. It comes out like a word I don't like to use. And so trust me here. Yeah. It's Ruthards it's just tough. It's tough. All right, we're going to treat ourselves to a little fast travel. 2 armed men surrounded by dead bodies. Yeah, we'll ride up to them. Why not? Maybe this is that. Oh, nope. This is just a... we'll keep it fancy. What the hell?
That's mine. Find your own.
When I'm done with you, you'll rue the day you were born.
Let's see what... You're mine.
Let's just have a little fun, right? We gotta warm up after all. And I've been playing much less complex combat system games. Oh, I need to warm up. Thank you, dog.
Come on, then.
Beautiful. Come on. Little dodge. Oh, in the fancy clothes. Imagine getting whooped when you're in full plate. Plate mail. You got, plate helmets, chain mail, and a dude who's just fancier than hell comes up and just schools you.
That's a good one.
Henry got that dog in him. All right, somebody better have some freaking bandages, though. I'm tired of bleeding here. Comb, I do not need a comb. Groschen? I'll take Groschen. Alright, I'm gonna look to all of you to help me with my addiction of gathering all of the armor from people. We don't need to anymore. Look at this. We got 27 Gs. I don't need to get all the armor anymore, so I'm gonna look to you to call me out if I start farming a bunch of armor that I don't need to have. No pressure. No pressure, though. But yeah, I do love that idea, Damon. So I'm seriously gonna look into that, and like I've been saying for 3 years now, I want to produce more short form content for us, and that's exactly what I want to be doing. I want to be showcasing games, and especially comparing and contrasting fun games that are similar, but maybe it's, you know, maybe they're, you know, like Medieval Dynasty and Bellwright and Manor Lords, where it's similar. Same thing with Bannerlord, a great game.
Nice
And a lot of fun, but, you know, it's so massive. How much time do you have to devote to it, you know? One of my favorite games I've never showed on the channel, but War Tales is incredible as well, but it's a long game. And so, yeah, it's just, where do you put your attention? Where do you devote your time? It's tricky. So I would love to be able to make videos to kind of help people make a decision and also just enjoy what we're doing, you know what I mean? So if you have other recommendations, anybody in the chat, feel free. If there's anything you're curious about and you really would love to see a little gameplay of first, drop that in the chat, throw it in the Discord. Feel free. You know, follow me on Instagram if you want to kind of get a more direct message to me. It's RealGrogg on all platforms, so if you're ever wanting to jump over there, I'm not very active on a lot of socials, if I'm being totally honest, but, you know, active enough. And I'm always happy to check out some messages from real ones. All right, so I trapped myself in a backyard. There we go. There we go. Come on, buddy. It's a low wall, Henry. You really should not have this much trouble with it. Jiminy Cricket. There we go. All right, now let's see. Where, oh where? Is there a bathhouse nearby? I don't think so. No, for sure. Yeah, Miss Marin, absolutely. Damon has given 3 phenomenal options. If there's any others that people want or are ever curious about, definitely feel free to offer up. But I'm nice. So this Menhard, this guy actually has a great storyline. Really like that one. Oh, I see. Miss Marin and Damon Preble are just tag teaming here, just trying to doubling down, trying to get me to play these games. All right, I see ya. You don't call me crazy, but I feel like this is a new addition with the update for the painter. I've never seen these fountains before, and it's a small thing, but I don't think I've ever seen these in Kuttenburg before, and I love it. I love that. All right, I must have a bunch of stuff to sell. If you smell what the grog is cooking. Oh, no better era than the Attitude Era of pro wrestling. I will die on that hill. I don't care about, you know, of course, Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, they paved the way. You know, yeah, I get it. I get it. There was, you know, of course. The Nature Boy Ric Flair, of course. You know, there was no better era to be a pro wrestling fan than the Attitude Era. Mid-90s, early 2000s. Come on now. Yeah, somebody did give me a good licking, all right? And I need somebody to heal me up. So let's go ahead. We're just going to schlep our way. Macho, okay, but Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah, what a G. What a legend. Oh, yeah, brother.
I hate sweeping.
I'm going to rain down elbows from the top rope. There. What a guy. Oh, the Macho Man cries, because that's what a real man does. Great guy. Love the Randy Savage. I'm getting so distracted. What did I say? Don't get distracted. I'm immediately distracted. That's good stuff. I had to mute my mic to cough because it's literally impossible to do a Macho Man impression and not nearly rip your throat apart. We got some Randy Orton. Okay, so you know that's one of those. There's a whole new class of pro wrestlers that unfortunately it was like right after I stopped watching. And everyone says that Randy Orton is like one of the greats of all time. And dude is a badass looking guy, like really good look, moves really well. His finishing move, the RKO, awesome. Lots to really like about it. I think I say this every stream, but I keep getting all these videos and shorts and recommendations for modern wrestling videos. And I'm not mad about it. I will happily like vicariously enjoy the day of pro wrestling that we're in. It's great. It should never go away. Pro wrestling should always be a thing that everybody wants. It's the best. Comic books come to life. You know what I mean? I've played this game so much, and yet I, for some reason, cannot. I can't find a bandage. I can't keep my mind straight to go to a freaking bathhouse to get healed up. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's alright. We'll figure it out. We're gonna try to make our way to the Ruthards before the door is locked, because we're heading over to their, we're almost at their home. It might be locked. Might be locked, but we can still, you know what? We can still get in, though. Hopefully nobody's... Oh, no. I'm not breaking into anybody's house. You mind your... Oh, thank you. Did me a favor there.
Hey,
What?
what the hell are you poking around here
I'm not
for?
poking around.
Henry.
I was invited.
Your lord's expecting me.
Yes, Henry.
Ah, so you're the one.
Yes.
He did mention you, that's true. I'm sorry for being so harsh with you, but we were attacked
Oh, that
recently,
is
as you
primo.
probably know. So we're a lot more cautious now with strangers hanging around.
Well, I understand. But I need to speak with Lord Ruthard as soon as possible.
Of course, follow me.
The fact that that was thought about is absolutely incredible.
Well, we're here, but you'll have to wait a while.
Love it.
As you can see, Lord Ruthard has an important visitor, and it seems they haven't finished yet.
I understand.
And what now, Martin? Did you speak to Jerome Naz? Will he support us?
He won't. He lent a lot of coin to Sigismund, and now he's stuck with him.
Sakra.
He's scared. As soon as he does anything to upset him, Sigismund will denounce him as a rebel and right off the dead.
Damn it! There's always counting groschen not left room for a grain of common sense in that head of his.
Jerome is a vain man. I'm sure he's pleased when the Hungarian king himself listens to him. He was boasting that he'll be in charge of some church talks in the Italian court. There is no way we'll change his mind.
But you've been to see other councillors too, haven't you? Have you any good news from anyone?
I've got good news for you. Concerning Mintmaster Vavak.
I probably shouldn't have interrupted, actually. Now
I've heard about his crimes
These are
against the
much.
crown.
These are men much above Henry's
It's no
station.
trivial pilfering.
Are you sure the accusations are true?
Oh yeah.
I've got proof of everything.
Ha! God bless you, lad. Finally, some good news.
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day.
You're welcome.
Who do I have the honor of addressing?
Martin, this is Henry, our ally from Liechtenstein. Henry, this is Sir Martin Oderin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal supporter of King Wenceslas, as no doubt you've already deduced.
And also, Father Godwin's dad. Yeah. It's very confusing, I will admit. The first time I played this, I didn't really get it at first. But Sir Martin Oderin, Lord of Rabosh, is Godwin's dad, even though they look the exact same age. So, pretty cool.
I'm pleased to meet you, Sir Martin. It's good to see that King Wenceslas still has support here.
I'm doing everything I can to keep it that way.
But you can see a little similarity.
You hinted at something. So continue. Convince us that Liechtenstein sent us a capable man.
Let me break out a persuasion check.
Sir Kunslin,
Shimek? What's going on?
Min Master Vavak is heading here with an armed cohort.
Right now?
Let him come. He'll be surprised what I've got on him.
Henry's right. If he helps us again like last time, we have nothing to fear.
This guy always attacks when I'm wearing my nice threads.
I
don't like it.
agree.
I don't like it.
Let Vavar come. Shimek, place a gunner on the upper floor and a crossbowman on the stairs. Then gather whoever you can find and join us in the yard.
All right, let's do it.
Certainly, right away, sir.
Henry, we're counting mainly on you. I hope your findings are worth 12 armed men.
And more.
100 at least, sir. You'll see.
I'll help you into your armor, Papa.
But quickly, and then go to your chambers and lock yourself in.
What?
Does Henry need to keep an
I'm
eye on
going
him?
with you.
No. So go to your room, take your precious crossbow, and if things turn out badly, shoot any of Vavar's whoresons who stick their noses through the door. If something were to happen to me, you're the next in line in our family. Don't forget that.
I love you, Papa. God Almighty, hold your protective hand above us.
All right, party time. Chili, I love that though. I got a bunch of
Greetings,
Fallout
Sir
shorts, so that's why I'm playing it.
Your
I've
gate
been
was
there so
open,
many times.
So I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to you.
He got
is
into that
it?
armor quick.
The gates of hell are especially looking forward to your visit. But you're more than well aware of that, eh? Since you don't dare leave home without a horde of men-at-arms.
My men aren't here to protect me, but to enable me to keep order when needed. And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed. Or do you disagree,
I'm the
sir?
only person not in
Weigh
armor.
your words, sir. One might take them as threats. And be assured, we're very well prepared today for anyone who might threaten us.
Threat? A warning, more like. A friendly warning from the Royal
The
Mint.
Royal Mint Master.
Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender your mining rights to me. If we agree, neither you nor your family will have anything to fear. If not, the king will hear of the serpent you nurse in your bosom.
Enough! Do you think you can insult me in my own home? Do you imagine you could do as you please just because you have Sigismund's favor? That can easily change when the king learns of the serpent you are nursing in your bosom. To cite your own
All right, enough with the nursing at each other's bosom talk.
Considering what I know, you might lose a little more than your honor. Like your head, for what it's worth.
How dare you?
I'll kill him.
Henry, kindly inform the Royal Mintmaster what is being said about him.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
The word is you're in league with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman Fett. Together, you've been falsifying the mining records. 1/10 of the silver ingots disappears from the records and ends up in your pockets. That's a capital crime. The king won't let you get away with that, whether Sigismund or Wenceslas.
I'd say this somewhat alters the perspective.
That's a good argument.
Sir. So from now on, you will leave me and my family be. Or your king will hear of your shenanigans.
Exactly. We'll see to that. Mark my words.
Are you trying to threaten the Royal Mintmaster again?
Yes.
And with nothing but common slander? You haven't learned much since the last time.
Well, we've not had much time for that. We've been fully occupied with collecting evidence. Isn't that so, Henry?
Okay. Now we could. See, I'm not going to dog Christian and Pisek out. That's a bad idea. I have proof right here. I do have the books. I've seen your ledgers. Let's do that.
I've got your account ledgers here with me. The real ones from Burash.
No worries,
to
Damon.
prove
Take your
how
time.
you
Do your
carried
thing.
out this entire fraud. They
Turn
make
my fan
quite
on.
interesting reading.
Wait. So, if I understand correctly, the only thing you have to prove your blatant lies are books that you have on you right here?
Of course not. Do you think we're completely stupid? We've got copies here. The original books are safely stashed away under lock and key.
That's right. You're finished, Hermes Trismegistos.
So, do you want to chance your luck, or come to an agreement?
Captain,
Sir,
this matter is an internal affair of the Crown and my office.
Oh.
I'll resolve it here with these gentlemen in private.
But I wanted a sword fight.
sir?
Yes, damn it. Do what I say. Wait for me by the gate.
Let us step inside. Let's give the Mint Master the privacy he requests.
You gotta give him credit. Lord
Gentlemen,
Krunsland.
I expect you'll keep
He's a
this
generous lord.
entire matter to yourselves. And I expect you'll be wanting something in return.
The executioner is far from here, so I'll be standing in for him today. God knows what kind of man you are. May God have mercy on my soul.
What? You can't just cut down the Royal Mint Master. Wait, we got off on the wrong foot.
I'll give you the wrong foot. Right up your ass.
You're right. I underestimated you. I made a mistake.
You certainly did, sir. A big mistake.
The only question is, how much your mistake is going to cost you.
Don't do anything rash, Kunslin. I understand you're angry, but he could come in useful.
That's true. Intelligent people can always reach an agreement that benefits everyone, and...
You're right. I'm more than angry. Swear
He does look
you
like a
leave
squash.
Me
He
and
does.
my family in peace, and our mining rights will remain untouched.
You have my word. I swear it.
Good. You know what awaits you otherwise. If Martin believes you can be of use to us, I'll leave it to him. I'm not in the mood for this.
Right. You said intelligent people can come to an agreement. So let's see. We need to know what Sigismund's planning.
Spy on the king? You can't ask that of me.
It doesn't sound like you want to come to an agreement.
You can't.
We can, and we will.
This is nothing compared to the punishment you're facing for what you've done. Either you agree to this, or Sigismund learns all about it. Then you'd have to run damn far to avoid the chopping block.
Henry's right. So don't
Per
even think
usual.
about double-crossing us. You've a lot more to lose than we do.
And don't forget about your oath either.
I understand. All right, I'll do as you ask.
Excellent. And now, get out of my house.
Of course.
I'll take my leave too, Kunslin. I've still got some affairs to deal with today. At least I can see our Mint Master out. I'm sure he'll be delighted to tell me many interesting things.
God go with you, Martin. I hope we'll soon meet again in more pleasant circumstances.
This is only my second time playing this far into the game,
Now
and you
that
can really
was a
see
good one.
similarities between Godwin and his
Mighty
dad.
Mint
It's cool.
Master strode in like a lion, and then crawled out like a whipped dog.
Yeah, you're welcome. I did all the work.
I can breathe a lot easier now we've got rid of that bastard. At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating books. I'll hide them in a safe place, just in case he gets any ideas.
Good idea, sir. Here they are.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine job, and I'll never forget your help.
Well, you can return the favor right away, sir. You promised to help me get into Malashov.
I did, and I'll keep that promise.
Oh.
There's a secret passage leading out of Malashov, and you could avail of it in the opposite direction.
A secret passage? That's a godsend. Von Burgov won't have an inkling.
Awesome.
He won't. It's well hidden. We didn't even know about it ourselves for a long time. Until Rosa discovered it in the fortress one day. She can best explain to you how to find it. She should be in a room.
I guess I'll just
It's up
go
the stairs. You'll see the door on
Talk
your
with
left.
your daughter.
All right,
in
I'll
the
ask her.
room.
Thank you very much, Sir Kinsling.
Don't thank me yet. The worst of it is still ahead of you.
Okay, so it looks like either one I can pass. They probably won't even notice me. They won't know.
I know what to expect. It won't be the first time. And besides, I have a score to settle with von Berghoff, and I doubt I'll get a better chance.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I do.
I wouldn't like to be sending you into death's embrace.
Don't worry, sir. I'm no fool. It'll be all over before they know what's happening. And if anyone wants to lay down his life for von Berghoff, I'll grant him his wish.
See if you can do it without bloodshed. It would be nice to see you again. I'll pray
I can do
for your
both.
success.
You go in,
It would help
leave some
us
bloodshed,
in
and still
more
get out of the
ways
problem.
than you probably realize.
All right. Real ones, I'm with you still tonight, but dealing with some pretty intense... Oh, sure, yeah. Yes, Miss Marin, relax, take the load off, don't worry about it.
What do you mean, in more
Not
ways?
a problem.
Isn't it obvious? We've been sitting with our arms folded until now.
We know you're with us.
And where has it got us? We look helpless, and it's difficult to find allies. But if you liberate Lord Capon, right from under von Berghoff's nose, the word will spread like wildfire throughout the land, and von Berghoff will look like a fool, and he'll lose a strong advantage in parleying. That would help convince some of those who are hesitant about joining us in the fight against Sigismund and the Praguers.
You're right. I hadn't thought of the other consequences. And I reckon even Jobst hasn't realized. Thanks again. As soon as I speak to Rosa, I'll head out right away. I'll get Lord Capon out of Malashov if it's the last thing I do.
You've no lack of courage, son. I'll at least look at the books you brought. I'm very curious about what there is on Vavak and how he did it all.
I wish you a pleasant read.
All right. So, we have acquired the allies of the Ruthards. We brought them the books. We've embarrassed the Mint Master and got him under our thumb, which should help us in the future. We'll kind of see how he can benefit us. We're going to go find out a little bit more about this secret passage from Miss Rosa up in her tower. Ah, there she is.
Your father sent me.
So I can tell you how to get to our fortress. A task for the lowest lackey, wouldn't you say? Well, you don't need to answer that.
Right, yeah. That's exactly why he sent me. But how...
What are you staring at? Do you think I was born yesterday?
It's really not that hard to
I was
figure out there,
listening to you
Henry.
from the top of the stairs. So, this passage, it leads to the cellars, but the outside entrance is hidden underground in a forest. You can find the exact place if you know where and how to look.
Is it in a cave hidden behind a waterfall?
Well, no.
Oh, that's
but
great.
It would be nice.
It would be
Listen,
nice.
Nearby
Oh, what a
Malashov
great
stud
little
farm managed by Hashtal,
reference there.
an old friend of Papa's. We had a wayside shrine set up at the crossroads before the stud farm.
All right.
Sure. I won't miss it.
Wait, though. We haven't got to the hard part yet. From the shrine, you should be able to see a group of boulders. Beyond them are the remains of an old chapel. You have to find it, and then there's a kind of... how can I describe it? A window. A gap you can look through.
If it's still standing.
I hope so too. Anyway, it should direct you towards some ruins. Go there. And now pay attention. Somewhere in those ruins is a stone cross. You have to find it and look where its top points to. If you go the way the cross is pointing, you'll find another one, and again follow the direction it's pointing in. That should lead you to a small clearing, marked by a cross in the rocks. You dig there, and you should get to the passageway.
Now, just because I have my obligatory hardcore mode comparison on my mind as I'm thinking about this, this is going to be way harder in hardcore mode with no map markers, no hints. Oh boy. So luckily this time around it'll be pretty simple. But yeah, that's a complicated
Shrine, chapel, crosses, passageway. Sounds adventurous.
Perfect. Easy peasy.
I'm keen to get on it.
Yeah.
I like your determination. But there's one more thing.
What?
Getting into the castle is the easy part. Don't forget, you have to get out too.
You're right. Horses will be needed. For me and for Capon.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Fortunately, I know how to arrange that.
Spill the beans.
Stop off at the stud farm I told you about, and ask Hashtal for horses.
All right.
Are you serious? I'll just introduce myself and he'll give me horses just like that.
Exactly. Please tell Hashtal that
Okay.
Papa is still paying for masses for his dead father, as agreed years ago. And even if he's not too keen, tell him we'll pay him for the horses.
You got it well figured out. Thanks. I don't know how I'd manage without you.
You've done plenty to help, and now it's our turn. Papa said something like that, didn't he? You know, you might not be aware of it, but you saved us from a mountain of trouble. Papa would never admit it, but alone, we wouldn't be able to resist the Mint Master for long. You've earned the right to the gratitude and friendship of our house for all time.
All time. That's a pretty good deal. Come with me. No.
I'm glad I could help you and your father.
Come with me.
The
Infiltrate a
pleasure is
castle.
ours. But tell me, would you do it if you didn't need our help in return?
It depends on what kind of playthrough I'm doing, but...
My lady, I'd help you anytime.
Truly? In that case, you certainly won't refuse my request for a little... service? But you mustn't breathe a word of it to anyone. Understand?
All right. I'm a decent Christian.
I'm listening.
I wanted to
that's
ask
great.
you, since you're going to be at Malashov, if you could bring me something from there.
And what might that be?
Yeah. Oh boy. Here we
It
go.
has great value to me, and I was starting to worry it would stay there forever. But if you're going there now,
And what book is this that's so important?
it's hard to explain to someone uninitiated in the mysteries of writing.
What do you mean, uninitiated? I happen to know how to read.
Thank you.
Really?
Yeah,
Mea
culpa.
culpa. You are full of surprises. So if you do find the book, you'll be able to read it.
Well, yeah. That's the way it goes with books.
In that case,
When he has that
I'm
sort
not
of
gonna make it
sassy-ass
easy
look
for
on his
you.
face.
if you'd like to know why it's so important to me,
Yeah.
you'll have to find it first.
All right. No worries.
Fear not, my lady. I'll gladly tear the entire fortress apart to find that book for you.
Restraint, valiant knight. I value your determination, but this way would give yourself away immediately, and I'd remain without my book. Find it nice and quietly, then come back.
I really
Your
disagree.
wish is my
I really
command.
feel like I could
shouldn't
kill
be
everyone
hard.
and then do
The
it.
book is bound in scarlet leather and inlaid with gold. You won't find many like such there. And take this, so you don't get lost in the fortress.
Thank you.
It is quite possible you won't get back to
Nice.
Malashov again. So don't forget about me. And Henry, be careful.
Yeah, Damon, you're seeing right through it. That's for sure. All right. So we now have the ability to access Malashov and to hopefully rescue Hans Capon, who is being held prisoner there. We are tasked with acquiring a book for Miss Rosa, which we promised her. This is a missable quest as well, I'm fairly certain, because I don't think you're able to get back into Malashov. As she kind of hints, she's like, hey, do it now, because you can't go back. So we're going to make sure that we find that book before we leave. So if I'm forgetting, my friends, please remind me as we're there. I'm just looking for bandages, but if I, happen to stumble upon your gold, I'm gonna take your groschen. Gotta take it. Oop. Just give me a... Oh, thank you. I'm so tired of bleeding. That's better. All right, now one thing I would really like, and I know it's not a big deal, but I would, I would like to get a stealthier outfit real quick. So I might swing to a, I might go rest at an inn that I have, I've got a chest at so I can change. Gotta come back for the payment. Zip up here. Nope.
I didn't send you any herbal brew. I promise
You'll have it back this time next week.
Well, I'm not desperate. But
I can't say no to that. And you just have to taste my sausage. It's ready and waiting for you.
There are some weird conversations all overlapping with each other right now.
Why?
It's a little dirty. All right, you know what? So actually, maybe let's just take the cut purse stuff. That's always a good one. We'll look at with the hemmed though. Had a black coif. Cut purses, purple. Ooh, I like the warhorse though. Well, let's see. We're gonna get an all black outfit put together real quick. Knacker gloves. I always love that. Give me some burger shoot. No, give me some gartered hose. Yes, please. Yeah, I guess the burger shoes will work. That's fine. Yeah. Yep. And I don't think I still have an all black chest piece, but let's find out. Yeah, I've got one. And is somebody just coming into my room? Get the hell out! Get out of my room! On Schnuckner. Get out of here. I really despise the fact that there's this extra room, almost as an ensuite to my own room. I'm paying good money for that. First of all, whose bed is this? Whose bed is this? How come I have a full? That's it? That's all I get a full-size mattress? Get the hell out of here. It's ridiculous. Appalling, in fact. All right, I'm gonna make sure I don't have anything on my horse that would help me smooth killis. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and just get this real quick. Mini brothel, I'm telling you. Yeah. Which detection in KCD2 would Henry give me for these discomforts? Which decoction? Ooh, probably lullaby, which would help you sleep and be much more comfortable. Painkiller, of course. So actually, let's see if I have any of these on me right now. Potentially, no, not Buck's Blood. No, I would say, first of all, we need some more Fox Potion. Down the hatch. What's my nourishment at? 66. Goodness gracious, we need to feed this boy. So we'll have a little vino, a little sauerkraut, and 72. So that'll be 95. Boom. There we go. Right? 95. Perfect. So yeah, I would say I wouldn't do the marigold. I would probably say, yeah, I'm going to stick with, yeah, I think lullaby, painkiller, and I think that'll be your best bet. Maybe a chamomile decoction because it's very calming, very soothing. Yeah, right. Well, I would say marigold decoction, but for the since it's not a wound per se, it's just a monthly sort of thing. I wonder. Because yeah, it heals a wound over a minute. I don't know, it sounds a bit intense. But hey, whatever you need, that's the answer. That's what you get when in need. All right, so Henry's gonna be a little bit buzzed. I think we also have some perks to choose from. Let's go ahead and take a little snooze, huh? No way. Yeah, I don't know, Miss Marin. I hear you. I don't like baths at all. It's just wallowing in my own filth. Yeah, give me a shower. I'm happier, happy as a clam. All right, so before we get going, I want to toss on a stealthy little outfit. Yeah, I think we'll stick with the cut purse. Get our, oh yes, and the bandit's brigandine, which will sit beautifully on top. How is that the cut purse's? That's not right. The cut purse's pure propon is gold. I wonder if they. I feel like that's the. Okay, this is weird. Actually, this is a new bug. The warhorse propon is this one with the red and the black, and the cut purse is this one with the gold and the black. but they're named differently now. Ever since the update, that's interesting. I wonder why that happened. Oh well, not a big deal by any stretch, but that is very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and toss on a smooth cuirass. Actually, no, I was gonna do the dark brigandine. Keep the noise down a little bit, but still nice and defensible. Let's get some. We gotta. Oh yes, all right. Now's the time. I'm finally gonna be able to sell some of this junk. Let's go ahead. I just need to wash my horse. So real quick little detour. Not far. We're just gonna walk right next door after we wait 2 hours. Oh dang! Chilly Santa. For some reason that doesn't surprise me. I take cold showers. Feels nice. That's one. I got a buddy. Actually, yeah, I believe Joel Benton, a good friend of the channel and of mine at work in particular, but a great man to know. He's partial to the cold plunges, cold showers, I believe.
What brings you?
Yeah, that's not for me. No, thank you. I just realized I'm not wearing pants. My apologies, lady. But I'm here. Ooh, do I? No, I have noble stuff. I need armor kits. Take all of them, please, and thank you. And we're gonna sell the Basilard. We're gonna sell the Falchion. We're gonna sell. All right, she's got $500 to work with. Beautiful. So we're gonna sell the mail coif, Noble's hood, spiny helmet, and that gives us 200 more to work with. So let's go ahead and let's just see if we can squeeze in the Saxon. I don't mind losing that out.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
found what you needed, sir.
You just bought stolen goods, lady. Fool of a took. I can imagine a rare winter night in Florida jumping into a hot tub. Yeah.
Just a moment.
I'll never forget going to Florida and sitting on a patio when it was 60 degrees outside. Sun was shining. It was warm. It was like the perfect amount of humidity, and the serving staff was terrified. They were like, "What are you doing outdoors? You're going to die. You're going to die any minute from frostbite. You're a fool." I said, "I know, but I'll be okay." All right, I'm gonna sell him that one. I'm gonna try to sell him. Well, I like the red. I like the red a lot. Let's see if I can get away with. No, we'll sell him some legit stuff as well. Got to repair those. Hourglass. So I need to get. Oh, nice. Okay, so he's got a lot of money right now. Plate and Kuttenburg. That'll give me a. Wow, even without that, that's still under what his price is. That's great. Yeah, if you make a big pile of stuff to sell.
Thank you.
Nice. They won't notice that you're selling them stolen goods. All right. Let's go ahead and get some stuff repaired. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, holy crap, a lot of stuff needed to get repaired. That was all of my armor kits I just bought. That is nuts. That's okay. Well, I bought them. All right, back to it. Back to a stealthy outfit. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree, Miss Marin. Yeah, even though a 2 to 3 minute cold shower is good for you, I could never. Yeah, that sounds rough. Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and toss on some pantalones, get some gloves on, burger shoes, gartered hose, and wow, is that how it looks prepared? That brigandine looks like garbage. Oh, it's a bandit's brigandine. That's why. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Just naturally kind of bad. All right, well, I'm going to sell the rest of that stuff later on, but I'm not going to worry us about it right now. And I'll drop this off. All right, my friends. Well, I think that we should head on out. And, oops, actually meant to keep that on. I think let's go try to rescue Hans. What do we say? I think that sounds like a pretty good idea to me. I wasn't sure if we were going to make it to that point in the stream tonight. That's very, very exciting that we are actually at the moment of being able to go rescue Hans Capon. How cool is that? So what do you think? Should we go do that? I agree. Yes, we absolutely should. Chili, that is such a great point. I had 4 other siblings growing up, and I always got into the shower last, so I didn't have hot water, so I just kind of dealt with it. That is totally fair. Yes, and Damon, you were absolutely right. We got to rescue Hans again. Guy is completely incapable of keeping himself out of trouble. All right, but let's go ahead and pop this. Oh, nope. Don't pop that on. Make sure we have our weapons equipped. Oops, my dumbass. Go. I need a belt. Belt and pouch. There we go. Get Raniax bow. Get some black arrows on there. Get the poison one, of course. And here's a little trick I like. I like to acquire, if I don't really worry about other weapons with this, you can see how these arrows here, I have 7 poisoned arrows and I have 31 that are not poisoned anymore. Equipping the same bow with the same arrows, but having your second slot as poison, 3 as regular, so you're not wasting poison arrows on people that are already poisoned. Yeah, Hans is our passenger princess. He will always need our rescue. 100%, absolutely. All right. Without further ado, my friends, well, with a little bit more ado, equip these to right there. Perfect. All right. Now, Malashov is far to the southwest, I'm sorry. But luckily we had... Oh, right, but we got to stop by Hashtal, who owns a beautiful stable down here. So we're going to go ahead and fast travel to... Let's fast travel up here to Old Loda. I don't think we've been here as a group. Nice long ride. Oh, is my co-host arriving? Speaking of princesses, it was our... Oh, 4 men standing in the road. One's wearing a monk's habit, others armor. Well, we got to see what's happening here. We got to see what's happening.
Stop for a moment, good sir.
What am I wearing?
We're on the search for heretics and sorcerers, and I'd like to ask you some questions.
Yeah?
You're definitely mistaking me for someone else, noble sir. I keep away from all evil. I'm an honest Christian.
I never thought otherwise, which is why I was sure you would help us in our search.
Just don't like the Inquisition.
In your hour of death, accept Christ into your heart again. And...
I just don't like him. Oh, okay, okay.
What do you want?
Okay. I'm really glad I prayed when I did, because that just saved my life. Nice. Oh, killed by a hit to the knee.
Useless.
He was an adventurer once, you know. Come on.
Fuck you. Hey,
oh, nope.
show your stuff.
Oh, dang! Oh. Is my screen glitching, or is Henry indecent? I can't believe I just got master struck. I can't believe that just happened. I really hope that this picks up. It's probably gonna be after I wake up, huh? So I might have to. Which, if that's the case, we're skipping the outfit. Damn it. I'm a little rusty, I will admit. I will certainly admit. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Classic. Yes, exactly. I was just wearing Kashi shorts. Exactly, yeah. Wow, that really sucked. I hate losing. I really freaking hate losing. Ooh, that one, Really hope I meet back up with them. Really hope I do, because I'm gonna right that wrong. Those guys worked me though. That was rough. They kicked my butt. Good. Good. Just who I wanted to see.
Stop for a moment.
Stop? Yeah? Shut the hell up.
You bastard.
Good dog. I'm actually gonna save the monk for last. Round 2, Chili. This is round 1. I didn't see anything else happen. This is all I know. Damn, this guy is a good swordsman.
Show your stuff. No, you don't. You fuck you.
Oh, come on. Okay, I am really rusty right now. God damn.
No chance! I'm all yours!
Come on. There we go. There we go. Nope. Nope. Frickin' Inquisition. Like I said, I hate the Inquisition.
You slow!
Come on. Why? It keeps switching targets for some reason, and that is really, really annoying. What am I?
Wounded.
Wow. Why does it keep switching targets? It is really pissing me off. Man. I'm not doing any damage to these guys either.
Fuck that!
I have the high ground.
No, you don't!
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to save the monk for last. Don't be rude. I love watching the dude in the back just slowly bleed to death and fall down the mountain. That's great.
You can't stand up to this. Show your stuff.
Are you Irish?
What?
This is round 1.5.
Christ, my head!
Do it! Take that fucker out, damn it!
Come on. There we go.
Show your stuff!
All right. Now let's go ahead and just have some fun with you, huh?
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
Oh yeah, get the hammer fist. Now, I've always been curious. I've never been able to do a master strike with unarmed, but apparently you're able to. But I've never, ever made it happen.
Fuck you!
That is not the language
Go fuck
of
yourself!
a man of the cloth.
No chance! I'll beat you
This
to a
guy's
bloody
getting on my nerves a little bit here. Wow. Gonna be getting whooped by a dude in a monk's habit. Oh my god, he's literally about to kill me. I'm about to blow this.
You won't be able to take another one like that!
Wow. Yeah. Get his ass. It's gonna be worth it. There we go. All right. Two young guys are fighting in the field again. All right, now let's see. Let's see. Is that that's not a mud pit, is it? Huh. That was way harder. Who is that bathrobe wearing mace wielding bastard? Seriously, that's a tough guy. Ah, whatever. I'm over it. Anyway, take those bandages because I definitely need them now. That was an embarrassing fight. I mean, my God, I am off my game. That's unfortunate. Okay. Ooh, black brigandine. Ah, nope, I'm not doing it. I'll take the king's die, though. I'll take the bandages. I'll take the money. Keep on trucking. All right. On our way, just like before. I can drink another potion. I got room for it. Beautiful. Hey, Ma! 2 drunk guys fighting in the field. I was drunk on power. Oh, this is where I should have drowned him. Damn it. Whatever. One thing I would love to see added to this game at some... Well, I don't know. It'll probably never happen, but you should be able to put people on the back of your horse like in Red Dead. There's a lot of times where... Like the, you know, the huntsman mission where you track down... Whoa! You alright?
Shit. That's the bloke they call Lucky. Poor wretch.
Yeah.
Bad luck has caught up with him.
Dang. Yeah, if you remember, we met this guy back in Trotsky. And he was very unlucky. Well, it looks like he finally came to an end. I also wish you could dig a grave and bury people more, you know, like wherever you wanted, or if you found a certain kind of earth. You know, like right here, you should be able to dig this out. Yeah, Fallout certainly will make you do things that you have never done in any other games. As Chili Santa points out, Fallout is the only game where I'm actively hunting down desk fans, for real.
Quick.
Yeah, Miss Marin, 100%. Pop somebody on the back of your horse in this game. Yeah. How far away am I? I'm still pretty far. Oh my god, yeah, we're not going to ride that. We'll just fast travel. Yeah, I guess that would be the difference in this game compared to Red Dead, because you can't hog tie people in this. So it would be more of a willing, or like either a dead body or, yeah, things like that. Yeah, dead bodies, people that are injured. Makes sense to me.
Go.
Oh. Nope, chill out. All right, chill. We're good. We're fine. It's all good. Make our way through this lovely forest. So what do you think? Should we sell pebbles and get one of these? No. I'm kidding, Pebbles. I'm kidding. It's fine. I'm just kidding. Cool. Looking good.
What is it, Mutt?
Greetings. What do you need?
Horses.
What's new here at Malashov?
Nothing much. If you're looking for a job...
The Ruthard sent me.
What's that to do with me? Those days when Ruthard was the Lord of Malashov are over. I don't want to have anything more to do with him.
He sends you his regards. And he asked me to remind you that he's still paying for masses for your family. As the two of you agreed.
Sakura. Nobody knows about that but him.
That's why he told me. So you'd be sure I really did come from them, and this isn't a trick.
Well, that changes things. Sorry for being a bit hostile-like, but times are tough. A man can't be sure of anything. Good to hear that Sir Kunzlin still has a few friends left. Give him my greetings, and thank him for still honoring our agreement.
Sure. I'll pass that on to him.
So, tell me, what did the Ruthard send you for?
Horses?
I'm planning a certain enterprise. Something that the new lord of the castle certainly won't be happy about.
An enterprise, you say? I reckon it's best not to ask what that might be, eh?
That would be wise.
That's quite a lot you're asking of me. A fresh, fast horse don't come cheap. But fine, since you're from Sir Kunslin, I'll have it ready for you. Somewhere a bit further from here so I don't get in the shit if things go sideways.
That's totally fair.
The last thing I want is to endanger you unnecessarily. And the Ruthards promise to pay for the horse if it comes to...
All right. So look, here next to the stud farm, there's a kind of band of rocks below the forest. When you go alongside the rocks to the end, you'll find a wooded copse not far from the castle. There's a well-trodden patch of ground there, so that's where I'll have that horse ready for you.
Right.
Hopefully, nothing will happen to him if I just leave him there.
Thanks. I'm obliged to you.
You ought to be.
Hey.
I wish you the best of luck.
All right, rock and roll. Oh, I will watch my horse, though. Let's go ahead.
What if I offer it just a...
Yeah, I might be the richest man in Bohemia, but I'm just saying.
You
don't get rich in this country by spending it all on horse
Where is-
washes. That'll make Pebbles happy.
You two can get going now.
That's a good girl. All right, find the old... Oh, nice. Yeah, that's right. I now have to follow the hints.
Whoa!
All right. So, Miss Rosa said... Wayside Shrine. From there, I should see a group of stones by the side of the road, and behind it, I should find an old chapel. Once I find it, I have to look through its arch, which will reveal the next place I should continue. Okay. So... Are these stones, then? Is that what you're saying? What's really funny, though, is I think since I actually have... Yeah, this is actually great. I've already unlocked, through my scholarship skills, I'm a cartographer, so I already know all the locations, so I could actually just kind of skip ahead. Oop! Drop there. Hello, dear. Yeah, so there we go. That'll make things a little bit easier. Whoa! Ruins. Alright, now these ruins... What's this? Ooh, bunch of good... Oh, damn! Bunch of good stuff. Okay, looks like a poacher's kit. I'll leave the hides. Take the Nighthawk, though. But I could be remembering wrong, but I feel like we're meant to find ruins. This is a good start, right? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Find the old chapel. Big ass deer right in front of me. Just found that spot. Ah, up and to the left. What the hell? Why am I having such trouble? There we go. The interesting site. What the hell? Why am I having so much trouble finding that interesting site? It's like right here.
What's that you got?
Dead deer?
It's been here for a while, and they only took the best cuts, left the rest to rot. What a waste. Fucking poachers.
Okay, so... Oh! Oh, okay. So here is the cross that I was meant to find. The way it's pointing. Follow this, which should lead me to another cross, which I will follow the point that one's showing me. Keep your eyes peeled. Another cross. Good. That'll point me this way. And what did she say? She said, cross to cross. What'd she say? Damn. I think a massive storm is rolling through right now. So just in case, I'm gonna check the weather real quick. Because last time a big storm rolled through it, it kind of messed with the stream. So okay, yeah, big storm rolling through right now, which I love that, but all right, doesn't look like anything that should affect the stream. But just in case it starts to get a little choppy, yeah, we got a little weather coming in, but it should be okay. It should be just fine. Okay, so I have a bad habit of doing this. It's like, I could just play the game, David. Just play it how it's supposed to be instead of running around like an idiot. I found the crosses, but I forgot what I'm supposed to do after that. So let's just go in order. Also, I'm tired of listening to that armor. Jesus. But thank you all once again, as we are at about the halfway point here. Thanks for hanging out with me once again on this beautiful Monday night. I really do appreciate you all stopping by, consistently hanging out with me, giving me time out of your busy weeks. I really, really appreciate that. You're the best damn community around. I'm so lucky to have all of you. So thank you once again for hanging out. Always such a treat. And I'm looking forward to showing off some new games, kind of testing, pushing myself out of my own comfort zone. With some of these titles that Damon Preble mentioned earlier. I'm very excited to look into them deeper and give my insight, limited as it may be. All right. I'm starting to get a little annoyed. Yeah. Get back. There we go. Whew. Ah, okay, so here... Okay, I see.
This must be the chapel Rosa was talking about. I was supposed to look through its arch for some old ruins. Well, let's see.
Alright, so that shows me the ruins. Which I was already frickin' there. So many deer. Alright, so now we're at the ruins.
The chapel directed me here. There's no doubt about that.
No doubt.
So somewhere around here, I had to find a stone cross.
Found it.
And then go in the direction the top is pointing.
Doing it. Oh! You came out of nowhere, didn't you? Oh, I forgot that I didn't re-equip my weapons last time. Oh, shoot. Oof, right in the face. Sorry, dog. Oh my god! Alright. I love hearing, even through my headphones, hearing rolling thunder. Man, that's good stuff. Where is this last guy? Ah, there we are. Sorry, bud. Yeah, that's a headshot all day. These are very valuable arrows, so you always want to make sure you're getting them. I gotta say, this game in particular, the wolves camouflage is so incredible. That is my white noise fave when going to sleep, 100%. I'm a big fan of the brown noise. I got a great brown noise machine for like $8 on Amazon. It's a steal. Alright, cool. So that seems like all the wolves seem pretty safe otherwise. We were running here to here. Should be another cross. Son of Beach. Okay. Is that a wolf or is that a deer? That's a deer. No need. Alright, so this way. There we go. Alright, we're back on track. It's a little weird that it's not giving me a, like... Oh, okay, so I'm just here to here. Then what we say? We said, once again, direction according to Rosa should reach mark spot where the entrance is secret. Okay, cool. This should point me in the direction I need to go.
A cross in stone. This could be the place Rosa mentioned. I'll grab the spade and see if I'm in the right place.
Something way. Oh, not the nice clothes. Oh well. I gotta give him credit. That is a really nicely
Tough job, but it was worth it.
Really nicely.
The way to Malashov is clear.
An entrance.
Now I get it. Those boards were supported by beams to hold the earth above, so there didn't have to be as much of it. Hidden and firm. Really smart. It's a good thing they did it that way too, so I didn't have to dig as much.
Yeah, this is crazy. Damon, yeah, saying this game would be cool with the King Arthur Camelot theme. This, there's they're supporting mods now, and I'm very curious to see what people produce.
Fuck, that's deep. I don't want to fall down there.
What's funny is I bet you can, too. I bet you can find this little crevasse and fall in. Guaranteed. Okay, but if that's the direction I have to go, there was another path. I gotta check out the other path. You know how it is. It's like it's the treasure chest behind the waterfall. If it's telling you to go one way, you gotta go. Total dead end. Okay, waste of time. Great, cool. Never mind. Mists of Avalon. Yeah, that's. Why does that sound familiar? Mists of Avalon. What do I know that from? What's Mists of Avalon? I know that.
What do we have here? A ladder. In an escape, it'd be enough to pull it up, and that'd leave any pursuers
stuck. My
stuck.
God, come on, Henry.
Can hold one attacker.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh, come on. Come on, Henry. I can't believe I just glitched into this. Oh, come on. For Pete's sake. Peter of PSEC. My apologies to anyone with motion sensitivities. I have to try everything to... Yeah. 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 Come on. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Come on, Henry. Come on, Henry. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. I can't quite tell if I'm making progress or not, but it... Oh, come on. You're right there. You're right freaking there. God damn it. That's disheartening. Just like I planned. I think it should be right at the entrance of this mine, though. Cool.
Tough job, but it was worth it. The way to Malashov is clear.
Wow. Giant ass axe. All right. We'll try that again.
What do we have here? A ladder? In an escape, it'd be enough to pull it up, and that'd leave any pursuers stuck. I just hope it can hold one attacker.
Ooh. That is a creaky-ass ladder. Yeah, that's great, Miss Marin. I totally agree. The fact that I can hear it through, like I was saying, through my headset, that's awesome. Rolling thunder. This would be pretty spooky, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this would little unease. I don't think I would ever go cave diving. Would any of you ever go cave diving? I feel like that's just a terrible idea. Zero desire. Oop. And oop. There we go. What's all this then? Nothing.
What's this door doing here? Could it be another of the Ruthard's tricks? But if this beam is dropped onto those cleats, no one would break through in a hurry. I reckon with this, any defenders could hold off their pursuers for quite some time.
Alright, that's good to know.
Come in handy on the way back.
Yeah. Alright, that sounds good.
This looks like it could be the wall of the Malashov cellars. There's no going back.
Alright, cool. So that's...
Courage, Henry. Courage. You can do this.
I love the little pep talk for Henry. I love cave diving. Been able to do it a few times. Really? It's unnerving when the lights go out and you're left in complete darkness. Wow, Mega John Hall. That is... I mean, good for you, buddy. Way to be a brave individual, because that is not for me. Where did you go cave diving? Ms. Marin, under no circumstances and for no amount of money in the world would I do any kind of cave diving. Yeah, that's... I'm all right. Man, okay, so I gotta respect the game of KCD that they're not going to give you the treasure behind a waterfall. They're not going to give you the treasure at the end of any, you know, random side hallways. That's not their style, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Oh, hell yeah, look at this. I actually did come prepared, didn't realize. Open up, so. Oh shoot, what am I doing? I'm not trying to do that on this outfit though. This one will remain fancy. Oops. Okay. For my PADI certification, PADI certification, they drop you in the murkiness, zero visibility channel out in the Gulf about 80 feet down and expect you to navigate back to the boat without surfacing. Scary AF. So, a lot of questions here. What is PADI certification? PIDI. I'm not sure what that is. Let me see if I can... pretty amazing diving instructor. 80 feet down. Zero visibility channel out in the Gulf, about 80 feet down. That is just, that's crazy. Or I guess, is that scuba? No, that's, anyway. Yeah, tell me all about it. I would love to hear more about that, Damon Preble. That sounds very interesting. Oof, yeah. Yeah, please share, if you've done it before, join in, share what's your scariest adventure story? I would love to hear that. Scuba license, okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, my pops got into scuba way long ago, and as with anything he does, it's one of those where once he's in it, full bore. There's no stopping him. And yeah, he went through the whole certification and everything, and I'm like, psh, I like the land. I'm good. All right, we got a little stealthy stealth on. Looking pretty good there. Get a bow just in case. Get some poison arrows just in case. And non-poisoned just in case. Professional Association of Diving Instructors. I had the first two right, but I still think pretty awesome diving instructor would also work. Yeah, Damon, if I ever muster the courage, then I'm heading down to Florida, and you're gonna show me how to scuba. Which means I'm never gonna learn how to scuba. All right, let's get some sauerkraut. Do we drink our fox potion? We got plenty of fox in me. All right, cool. Wow, there's some caves down my way, but hands down the biggest was the Jewel Cave out in the Black Hills. Just massive. Crazy. All right, friends, let's go ahead and save the game here. A good spot. Let's break into Malashov and get out our boy Hans. Hopefully. I think that's what's about to happen.
This is going to take a while.
About to say, not tedious at all. All right, cool. Oh, I've seen that one. Yes, the largest cave in the world has its own weather patterns, completely unique biome unto itself. I've seen pictures of that, and it's insane. Like just the scale. There's a picture of it, and the people that are in it. Just for, let's have some fun for a second here, because that is one that deserves a quick little search. I want to see how quick we can get something up here. Yeah, because this thing is nuts. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, the fact that these are tents. I mean, that's just, it's insane. That is insane. Like, what? Yeah, super cool. How incredible. And yeah, if you're gonna go somewhere, if you're gonna do any cave diving, any cave exploration, I think that's a fair one to go with. Yeah, incredible. Ish. No thanks. All right, nice little detour. Thank y'all. All right, now back to Henry and rescuing Hans Capon. Monsieur Hans Capon. I'm just getting back to it real quick. Just want to get the chat up. There we go. All right. I'm not probably too sneaky with a... Oh.
And Ruthard and Liechtenstein are turning the Kuttenburg houses against us.
Bavag will deal with Ruthard. But Liechtenstein is your concern. How come you haven't reported him yet?
These two
Slippery
pricks.
as Neil. He's hiding somewhere in the Jewish quarter. I sent spies to track him down, but they never came back.
Flush him out of that hole of his. For fuck's sake!
Why such concern, Otto? Kuttenburg is ours. Sigismund has the reins firmly in his hands.
He's got fuck all in his hands. Sigismund thought at first he'd come to terms with his brother Wenceslas, clear the way for him to the imperial throne, and take the Bohemian throne for himself. But Wenceslas couldn't even get off his drunken ass and go to Rome for the coronation. And now, the glorious Hungarian king has fallen for Jobst and his damn truce. He's been taken in by that treacherous turncoat.
Jobst betrayed Wenceslas. And Sigismund. And now us. He fooled all of us. But what can he really do against us,
I'll tell you what. While pretending to parley, he incensed the Hungarian nobles against Sigismund.
Surely Sigismund's army can deal with that inconvenience.
Ha! He was paying his Cumans by letting them pillage Bohemia. He set half the people against him in the country he wants to rule. And now, there is nothing left to plunder. While we are shuffling our feet here, Jobst is surely mustering an army.
What are we going to do?
We've got Capon. That'll keep Hanush and the Lipa people at bay. If they ever want to see their heir alive.
Jobst has Liechtenstein mustering other allies for him. We get him in our grasp, and Jobst will be like a fish out of water in Bohemia.
I'll drag him out of that Jewish den with my own 2 hands. Count on me, sir.
The betrayers of Christ, hiding a betrayer. They are rich. All that's needed is a good pretext.
The Kuttenbergers will be quite happy if their debts to those usurers happen to go up in smoke.
Yeah.
You're learning fast, young man.
Keep the gate open. A horseman, sir!
Hanush is out of the game. The Kuttenbergers are taken care of, and we'll catch Liechtenstein. You'll see, my friend. Good times are coming.
Your Graces, King Sigismund is convening the town council, but first he requests your presence at the Sedlitz monastery, without delay.
What's all the urgency about?
Surely you must know that yourself, sir. The captives fled Trotsky Castle and killed Istvan Toth while escaping.
What?
That's not possible. That's a lie.
It is true, Lord Toth is dead.
Who? Speak!
The messenger said something about Cobbler's bastard and some outlaws.
I swear, by everything that is holy, I will find that whoreson, and I will rip out his heart!
Jesus. What's with that boy?
Sir Istvan was like a father to him. We better go. Bring the horses!
Shame about that dog.
Luck was on my side. Now to Capon and get out of here.
A small escort with him. So the garrison is slightly.
So that Eric guy's a piece of crap.
Be extra alert on your
Garbage.
watch. If I find anybody slacking off, they'll get the whip.
You got it, Conrad.
Diepold, I'll send Hyman to the gate. You'll be in charge of the southern and eastern fortifications.
So, yeah, a lot happened in that little cutscene right there. First of all, to go back real quick in the chat, I totally agree. Heights suck. Get shaky in the knees. Totally. Yes, 100% agree. Thank you for the muted. Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, the baldy with the mustache is the bad guy, but I'm afraid to admit he's kind of, says the suspicious Miss Marin. If only he had a mohawk, huh? Well, I guess I got one up on him. But he is a cool, damn cool antagonist. Very, very cool character there. But yeah, a lot happened to that cutscene. Poor dog. What a poor dog. That Eric is a piece of garbage. So he's going to get his comeuppance. But after finding out that his father figure sort of guy of Ishvan Toth was murdered by me, he's obviously not terribly happy with it. So that's something he'll have to deal with. I'm gonna equip a potion just so I have that. But yeah, so von Bergov, von Aulitz, that's what it is.
The rest of you know your orders.
He's the baldy.
Sorry if you don't. Dismissed. And don't drink too much.
They have departed.
Vitek, that card is starting to get on my fucking nerves.
I understand. I'll get right on it.
And tell Drahomira it's getting late, so she won't forget to take some food to our honored guests. I gave her the keys so I wouldn't have to fuck around with it myself.
All right.
Don't worry, it's already taken care of. I saw her taking it to them.
Well, that's great. That woman must be the only one I can rely on.
Okay, so some lady has the keys to the area with with Hans, but I'm really not worried about that because, you know, we can pick any lock. But yes, Miss Marin, von Aulitz was in the raiding. He led the raiding party that did kill the people that raised me. Well, not blood parents, still parents nonetheless. We're just gonna go ahead and do it like this, because screw this guy. So, sorry, dude. You chose the wrong side. Oh, they did ask me to do it without spilling blood, huh? Oh well, whatever. In for penny, in for pound. So we have infiltrated Malashov. It is now, of course, our goal to get to Hans. Hopefully without raising the alarm, but if we do, things happen, whatever. I think this is for the courtyard, right? Oh, no, okay. That's so sneaky, sneaky. What's this? Now, what is nice is Rosa gave me a map of Malashov Tower, which will give me a better idea of where we're going, but we should be all right. We're just going to try to get in and around, pretty much just kind of find our way. Yeah, I think anybody's sleeping. Maybe I'll just let sleep. Actually, you know what? Well, let me pickpocket them. Why can't I pickpocket them? That's stupid. They should have keys. Ooh, what's this? I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm trying to be better. I don't need it. But let me risk a little more light. All right. So nothing really up here, so that's good to know. So this just kind of looks like barracks, armory. Nothing I need to be concerned about. Alright, so nothing in there either. I will take the bandages because I keep running low for some reason. Oh. I drank a Nighthawk. Just running around. I drink a Nighthawk potion. It's always a little tough to tell what's light and what's just reflection from my own irises now. Alright, so this tower is kind of nothing. Nothing really in here. So this little hallway... This little hallway will not show me much. It's down here. Hey, what's up, Kevin Anderson? Good evening. Sorry I'm late to the stream, but glad I made it. Absolutely agree. But you're not late, my friend. You're right on time. We are just about to start attempting to save Sir Hans Capon from Malashov Castle. Ooh, that was a lady sneeze. And that's the cook, so that must be the person with keys. Now I wonder if I should try to talk to her or if I should knock her out. I'm not gonna look right at me. Oh, 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 uh-oh. Whew. Wow, fleeting shadow indeed. But yeah, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. How you doing? How's your week been? Anything new and exciting in your life? All right, so I got the keys. This is where I came from. Okay, cool. So this is where I came from. The guard that I killed is up top. I got every key to the fortress from the cook. Well, actually, can I shut this door? I can. Just gonna shut that so I don't have to worry about her. Now you... Yeah, brought this on yourself. Hey, sweetheart. Oh, I wish I could drop him over the edge. That'd be incredible. Go ahead and just... We'll go ahead and just bring him with his buddy. Put you in here. I've been playing a lot of Hitman lately, so this is kind of... I'm kind of feeling that same vibe. We'll just dump you down the stairs. How about that? Hey. Alright, cool. And I mean, hell, I figure we're gonna have to exfil anyway, so probably better to clear a little space, right? Alright, so that looks like a hired hand. I don't need to hurt them. Okay, and then okay, so then I think this, yes. This is where we already were. I'm not going to knock him out just in case somebody comes in and sees him. Cool. All right. So Garrison Tower, Dead Body Tower, Center Tower. That's got to be where the prisoners are. All right, front gate. Okay. Just scoot up here. We can just use the key. Perfect. All right, kitchen. No one in here. Easy, easy. Ooh, we also got to remember to try to find that book for Rosa. I heard a lady saying, "What are you doing here?" I thought she was talking to me. Oh, but Kevin, just to give you a little heads up on what we're doing right now. So we,
Dice are falling my way today.
Okay, so there's people downstairs, it sounds like. Oop. Oh, okay, so she's yelling at this guy. So basically we set up the Mint Master, Master Vivek, to... We basically got him working for us now because we, on the last stream, we unveiled he was scheming off the top, stealing silver from Sigismund. So he told us, and by kind of taking care of him, we gained favor of the Ruthards. Oops, oh boy, oh boy.
Lord from who knows where, so she was actually quite lucky that old Otto took a liking to her.
Okay.
The thing is,
okay.
Everybody knows where she comes from and treats her accordingly.
Bloody hell, old Otto? He'd have you whipped for that.
You're right. I better keep our Lord out of my mouth.
Damn, Henry. With the stealth. Wow. That was awesome. Right, what's all this then? But yes, basically we have infiltrated Malashov with the help of the Ruthards, and we are now trying to track down Hans Capon We're also trying to find a book for little Miss Rosa. Also helped us. So hopefully we can track that down. Just to help get you caught up a little bit. Henry is just a stealth machine. The Milanese, Hound Skull, I don't need either of those. Let's get out of... Oh, meant to be on the other side of that door, but that's okay. Well, I'd be remiss to not plunder a... Oh, shit. Oh, she had me fooled. Had me fooled. Alright, we gotta be... What's all this? Nice, no guards. Oh, this is nice up here. Right. Saddle. I'm getting a bunch of skill books too. This is great. This is great. That up. But I think I think that was the book I needed. Yeah, humorous anecdotes. I believe this is the one she was looking for. Nice. Good, good, good. And don't forget, even reading books like this will boost your scholarship skills. So even if they're not skill books, always flip through them. See what they can show you. Because you can still get smarter. I'll take that bandage. All right. Nothing there. This is just like fancy dormitories. Oh! Oh, here we go.
What is happening? Who are you?
Quiet. If you make a peep, we're done for.
Henry?
Good God, Henry.
What are you doing here? What do you think I'm doing? Hunting boar? Came to save your noble arse.
My noble arse thanks you. Well, how did you get here?
I'll tell you later. Who's this?
Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. At your service.
Brabant led the defense at Kuttenburg. He's Sigismund's prisoner, same as me.
And I came very close to holding the town. Besides...
There's no time for chit-chat. He's our ally. We can't leave him behind. Right, no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right? Well, let's hear it.
We found our boy.
Of course
and
I have a plan.
Unfortunately, we have
Listen,
a passenger in tow, but we got him.
A secret passageway that old Ruthard told me about. Von Burgov knows nothing about it.
C'est magnifique. Very cunning.
And so far, the garrison has no idea I'm here. We're lucky Von Burgov left the fortress along with Von Aulitz and some of the garrison. So I'll take you to that passageway, and we'll get out of here. We'll get to the forest not far from here. I'll have some horses ready there. We'll be gone before you can say the Lord's Prayer.
Formidable. I call that an elegant plan. I myself had to sneak like that once during the siege of Arezzo. So, what are we waiting for? On y va?
Wait. A passageway, you say? A dark, narrow passageway?
Oh,
well, it's just a passageway.
Put that Hans on a leash, says Damon Preble. That's great
We
advice.
can't handle.
Great
You can
advice.
forget about it. I'm not going through any passageway.
What?
Let me repeat. No passageway for me. It's not the chivalrous way.
It is not chivalrous, c'est vrai, but in our situation, it is more than delicious.
Delicious. Oh, I mean, okay, we have a chance to finally be the one asking this question. You gotta take it.
It's not chivalrous enough for his lordship, eh? Are you kidding me? I'm saving your life if you didn't notice. Or do you think this is some kind of fucking game?
Well, in my opinion...
Shut it.
Fuck your opinions. No. Just no. I mean, we'll all suffocate in that passageway. Or it'll fall on our heads.
What's gonna fall on us, damn it? If I got in that way, we can get out, too. It's completely safe. So stop acting like a madman and let's go.
I can't do it. I'm afraid of small, dark spaces. Ever since that tower fell on me in Nabokov, and I was stuck under the ruins, I just
He is
can't.
scared. Yes, Miss Marin, he absolutely is.
Sorry, Henry. There has to be another way.
I actually really appreciate if you notice, or like once you know that Hans has developed this claustrophobia, especially since the attack on Nabokov, there's actually all these little moments throughout the dialogue leading up to this point that he does mention little tiny snippets of like, yeah, no, a cave, you say. Like, he'll be a side character in a conversation and he'll kind of mention or react to something like that. It's these subtle little hints. And this gives me that same sort of feeling of, again, to use Red Dead 2 as a reference. Spoilers, by the way, spoilers for a 10-year-old game. But like when Arthur gets tuberculosis, although it was more common at the time, this has that same feeling of like taking a real thing that would happen, a real effect, and giving it to a character kind of unexpectedly. I always appreciate that. You know, it's a good way to introduce a realism to the story. I think that's a really nice touch.
Have you come up with some ingenious plan for getting out of here? If so, I'd really like to hear it.
What do I know? We could maybe break down the gate.
Easy.
Un moment.
Depth.
Oh,
Yes,
oui?
exactly.
You said that Von Bergov left. Is that not so?
Yes.
And what about horses? Are there any horses left here?
I think there's a couple, yeah. In the lower courtyard.
Très bien. That will be enough. We just have to get to them. But I think we could get there stealthily. It is not far from the tower to the stables. Then you simply open the gate, et voila, we are gone. Just like I escaped when surrounded by that English dog, John Oakwood. It may not be the best plan. It was not back then either. But we simply had no other choice. Time has passed.
Baba
The
Booey
fortress is
dropping in
quiet. I
CLD.
believe
What's
that
up,
most of
my
the garrison
friend?
has gone to
What a nice
sleep,
surprise.
Which plays in
Welcome,
our
welcome.
favor.
Good to see you.
That's a wonderful plan. No passageways. But we need some weapons.
Exactement. To have a proper piece of steel in my hand again. Preferably Milanese, although I would be satisfied with something local.
All right. I'll give a weapon to Hans. I got a... Oh, nice. Yeah, I got a little... I'll give Hans the nice one.
Thanks, Henry.
A nice piece.
And I'll give you this Falchion.
Merci mille fois. Now I will show them just what a Cavalier Vauquelin Brabant.
Good work, Henry.
Scout out the route. Let's just go to the horses
We
fast
don't
as
have
possible.
time to play hide and seek. Let's take the shortest route to the horses. And if someone tries to stop us, we'll fight our way through.
Are you sure? I mean, wouldn't it be better if we went ahead and took stock of the situation?
Je suis d'accord. I would
Fine.
not risk more than is absolutely necessary.
Fine.
Fine. You're right. I'd better go first and let you know when it's safe to come.
And how will you let us know?
Well, the stables can be seen from the entrance hall. If you signal us with a torch from next to the horses, we'll head towards you.
Agreed. Good idea. Wait for my light.
But you must be absolutely certain that the way is clear.
True. And if we don't hear from you or see your signal for a long time, we'll try to make it on our own.
Précisément. We cannot sit here forever.
Right. Got it.
All right, but welcome in, CLD. Great to see you. I have checked out Brushes with Death. I did basically like the first 2 missions of it. 1 if by land, 2 if by dark earthen passage. Phenomenal. And yeah, DJ, I love the previous comment. Here's another plan. Let's stuff you into a box and drag you through the passageway. Yeah, that's absolutely right. But yeah, so CLD, we have, I played the first couple of missions of it, or kind of like got familiarized, got to the stage where I can, customize shields, and then I haven't really played much more beyond that yet, but I am very excited to dive back in. I haven't been taking a break by any means from Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I have had some other things pop up that have kept me busy. But what about yourself? Have you been enjoying the new DLC? It is pretty slick. Wow, is he drunk? And that's awesome. Just passes out. Just gonna go and shut that then. But yeah, we are currently 79. I could go for a little wine. We are currently rescuing Hans Capon and his new buddy Brabant from Malashov Castle. But if anybody is curious about that DLC, it is actually in... It starts off in the Trotsky region, and what is very cool is you can go there from Kuttenburg. You can actually fast travel from there. Uh-oh. Let's actually rethink that. And let's just go... Oh, okay. That was pretty slick there, Henry. Pretty slick. Just going to leave you right up here. That was a tricksy little hobbit move right there. All right, he's got... Oh, I gotta rob him. What? That seems weird. Door and chest. Groschen. Yeah, it's dope. I hope the same customization comes with swords and armor in the Blacksmith DLC. 100%. As I've said a few times over the past couple of months, I think all of us have acquired so many cool pieces of blacksmith gear that I'm like, how are you not going to allow us to make our own badass, beautiful swords, customize them, paint the hilts? And I'm guessing that, yeah, like this, the 8-sided die, all that stuff. But I'm guessing that, you know, the shields is kind of the tester that see how the customization works, if the game can handle it, all that stuff. Yeah, very, very, very cool. But yeah, I'm excited to see how the storyline plays out with that character, with that whole DLC. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's see. Could use a shit. Here you go. Let me just put you in the trash then. Just gonna set you right here. There we are. All right, who else we got? I think there's what, 1 more, 2 more, a couple more. Oop. Man, Stealthy Henry is just the best. Man, I love it. All right, and then there's got to be more, right? What's this? Guardhouse? Garrison Commander? Well, you know what? I'll just knock you out. So then you can be demoted and penalized by your higher-ups when you wake up. But I will take your sword. It's kind of funny to me. Take all his keys, take his advantages. Yeah. Bye. What's up here? What is up here? Ooh, nice. Hired hand V. Oh, this guy. Yeah, he seems innocent enough. Well, he's a hired hand. You don't want to, you know, no need to kill him. But I will steal from you. There we go. There's got to be somebody else in these tents or something like that. There's got to be at least a couple more. Otherwise, this is the most lightly defended castle I've ever come across. Ah, there we go. Just be a guard. Malachal soldier. Yeah, dead. Beautiful. Ready or Not is coming to console this summer, by the way. I'm hyped. Ready or Not? Why did... please, refresh my memory on what is Ready or Not. That sounds like a horror game in the Among Us stylings.
Authorities are here.
Nice.
As soon as it's safe, I should give Capon the signal.
All right, I'm just going to make sure that I didn't leave any soldiers out. I think that should be fine. Should be pretty good. I killed you guys earlier, right? Yep, you're dead. There's somebody over here. Maybe there's one more up here, which I feel like would set off a whole... Oh, all right. I think that's actually everyone. Time for a grand escape. Suleiman.
Well, that's that. Now I just need to wait for Capon. Lord Jesus Christ, stand by our side.
Ooh. Come on, give me a cool angle. Actually, maybe I should have killed those guys in the tower. SWAT simulator. Oh, that's cool. SWAT simulator with adaptive AI. One game I really enjoyed, and it was really tough. And it was so like the need for precision was top notch. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 2, or whatever the hell it was called. Such a long title. Nice. But yeah, that's the same sort of thing. There's also a silly little... Oh, beautiful. Too easy. If you just kill everyone, it's really simple. Hell yeah. Well, if you haven't already, let's get a like on the video for successfully saving Hans Capon. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up for me. That'd be a huge compliment. My kitty cat's like pushing on the door a little bit. Yeah, Vegas was nuts, though. Super cool. That was actually my first time playing a Rainbow Six game, and I absolutely loved it.
I must admit, mes amis, the last time I have had such a suspense was when I was rescuing
this friggin' guy and his stories. The eye roll.
Oui, monsieur,
Oh, I love Henry so much.
and fortune favors the brave.
Audentus fortuna juvent.
Free at last!
Yeah, buddy. Breathe the free air again, my friend.
Thank you for coming for me, Henry.
Of course.
You're a great friend.
You goddamn right I am.
The best I could wish for.
After today, you may also count me among your friends.
Yeah, great.
Vauquelin Brabant, chevalier, aventurier et voyageur. I'm at your service, mon brave Henri. And I have an excellent idea. In your honor, I shall name my new horse after you.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Vacula.
I don't know why
my
that's...
name is Vauquelin.
Vacula.
Vauquelin?
Vauquelin. Vauquelin.
Vauquelin.
Vauquelin. Would you mind if I just call you Brabant?
Henry can literally learn Latin, but can't say anything in French.
Brabant?
Que peut-on y faire? It will have to do. Do not
peut-on y
concern
faire?
yourself, mon ami.
Yeah, he pretty much called him
Sorry,
Dracula.
you
Yeah.
are not tenant in any other conversation. But at least you have courage.
My charisma skill is very high.
You carried out
Brabant.
the entire operation truly brilliantly. I could not have done it much better myself. And look, mon ami, how the fresh air suits Monsieur Capon. He has finally stopped drawing in self-pity.
It is always nice to see Hans in high spirits.
For days in a tiny stinking room.
Ah, come now, mon cher. Luck was simply not on your side for once. That is all. Now we are finally free. The time has come for grand deeds. I did not waste my time in captivity. I fought everything over diligently. Listen.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
What's troubling you, Hans?
What's troubling you, Sir Hans?
Come on, talk to me.
What do you think? It all turned to shit again, and I ended up in captivity. I'm thankful at least that Hanush won't have to pay von Bergov a ransom for me. I'd never live that down. But I'll still have to listen to another lecture from him about how useless I am. Or do you have a different feeling about our Trotsky mission?
True. Not everything went according to plan. Actually, almost nothing went to plan. But at least I finally got revenge on Istvan. That Horson got what he deserved. Believe me.
My Christ, you got Istvan!
You're damn right.
That's welcome news. No one will miss that fucker.
Well, maybe one person will.
But I don't think that'll help me much with Hanush.
Jobst is hatching his plans. Soon we'll kick Sigismund out of this country, and I think the bold Sir Hans will still have a chance to prove himself.
Mais oui!
Henry's the best
I must meet
wingman.
you Jobst de Moravie. I have some clever ideas about how to strike against Le Roi Sigismund.
Yeah, you go and chat with Jobst. At least I can get good and drunk in the meantime. We should spur the horses on. God knows, they might be hot on our heels. Yeah!
Yeah, it's a pretty casual escape. Yeah.
Christ, wounds. Such destruction and havoc.
Oh, damn, that's right. I forgot about this town.
You have yet to participate in a real battle. But I fought against les Valaques at Naples, and les Anglais in Bourgogne. And that is how war looks, whether in Italy or La Bohème.
La Bohème.
It is always the same.
That's not war. It's barbarism. What value did this village have?
Eh bien, I would estimate.
Yeah, I totally
5
agree, Kevin
conjurers.
Anderson. Be fun to have
Annual
KCD3
revenues
going
could
into
be
more adventures with
perhaps,
Hans.
Several
Absolutely.
hundred groschen?
That's not what I meant, Bakalim.
I was a little surprised at how
fortress,
frequently
maybe
he's
one
separated from you in this game,
fortified
actually.
courtyard. Practically insignificant militarily. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust.
Do not give way to sentimentality, monsieur. A village could harbor spies and saboteurs or supply the enemy, and destroying enemy assets is an effective tool of war. Wars are not decided only battles. There are not even many of those. To strike in the rear, make the enemy lose and bleed. That is how most conflicts are fought. However, wait a year or two, the village will be settled. The population will increase again. That is
an interesting point, CLD. I wonder if KCD will ever address Henry's blind patriotism like Wenceslas really isn't a good leader at all. And I like that they do kind of mention it. I think it's really...
You're right, Hans.
I think it's really...
We must find allies and put a stop to it.
You know,
as soon as
Wenceslas,
possible.
while not an ideal leader, nor
Save
nearly
as
as good
much
as
as
his father Charles, I think.
But we failed in Trotsky. And now
It's
this
still
is our
like
punishment.
Sigismund is just such a...
captivity has turned you
He's
into
trying
a
to capture
philosopher.
everything with an iron
Lord
fist. He's
Capon,
trying to
you
spread
should apply to the
his
faculty of arts before the
rule as
muse
far as he
lifts you
can.
again.
Yeah.
But Wenceslas, yeah, I mean, he's the idol. He likes to party and whore it up, and yeah, that would be interesting though. If like as Henry gets smarter and smarter game by game, I mean, he's clearly learning so much. His scholarship skill alone is kind of indicative of him growing and getting smarter. It would be interesting to see if he gains more political work in potential sequels. But what do we have here? Oh yeah! Come on now!
Of all the bandits in the whole wide world, we run into this pair of scoundrels.
Hanush!
I fucked everything up.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them.
Hell yeah.
At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
We got Radzig, Godwin, Hanush.
We just escaped from Malashov, and right now...
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy.
Hey, Dad.
Word reached
How
Rattay
cool is that,
you
though?
pair got yourselves into a nice mess.
Hey, Mama.
I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
Real quick, Father, real quick, I gotta do this to you. So yesterday was little Miss Maya's birthday. Finally, there it is. 10, 11 years old, something like that. But everyone, let's wish Maya a little happy birthday. But hey, back to it. Yeah, we celebrated yesterday, didn't we? But gotta say hi to the co-host while she's around, you know. All right, so it went down. So just pin it all on Hans.
No sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell.
I wish it would have changed
We made camp
before
by
this.
a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light. Only we
Happy
were
birthday,
ambushed by
feline.
bandits in the evening.
Thank you, CLD.
They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke
killed a
of
bunch
good
of
luck.
people.
We were both in a bad way. We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
Only after that, we couldn't get into the castle, though. We looked like a pair of beggars.
And the bastards treated us as such.
But you did get into Trotsky in the end, didn't you?
Von Berghoff was behaving oddly right from the start. But we had no idea what was behind it. It all came out after we set out with von Berghoff's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain.
We've talked about this before,
Same
but
ones who
it's
attacked us
interesting
at the
how
start.
Only they
do
ambushed
this
us
exposition
and took
numerous
me and
times in the
Henry
game.
captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So von Berghoff has been the real enemy all this time. And Zizka is actually our ally.
Zizka. Zizka. He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
But again, it's like, I like that after every sort of big, momentous sort of shift in who's on what side and who's leading you on what charge and this and that, they do a great job of getting these exposition scenes that explains what got you to here, who's what, who's where, and it just makes sense of this huge world way better than I think they've done in the past. It's nicely done. A little repetitive. If you're paying attention, you're like, yeah, I know all this stuff. But I appreciate that they're willing to do that numerous times to really drill it home.
He's some impoverished yeoman. But he's handy in a battle.
Exactly. It has like 40 significant characters. A
He made
recap
quite
helps.
an impression on me, for one. I'll be happy to see him again. But if only it didn't have to be in Raborge. Why Raborge? Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate of the kingdom will be decided there.
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it, it'll be decided without us.
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy. No doubt they have something to tell us.
Like how in the devil did you manage to escape?
Very
I
cool.
was helped by the Ruthard family, the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Bavak? But he's the mint master.
Well, he won't be for long, if it comes to light that he's been putting his sticky fingers on the royal silver.
It seems you've been pretty busy.
But don't forget to say what you found out from von Berghoff in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markvart von Aulitz will be there with him, too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important announcement there.
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on around.
Yeah, we should send a spy.
Now, if we had one of our people...
I did not mean to actually do that. That's hilarious.
We'd get Sigismund's plans nice and fresh. Straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
My very words. And I know exactly who to send. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Rabosh, but you'll have to return to the city right away.
Yep.
And try to worm your way into the town hall.
What?
How can I get in there? I can't just walk in off the
Henry's
street.
wide-eyed fear is always like, it's like he's literally done so much.
How to use it?
And he's
Just
yeah.
tell him either he gets you into the council chamber or you get him on the gallows.
It's worth a try, right?
I hope that assembly really is important. If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes, there's not much point in my being there.
Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Rabosh on your behalf.
Oh, thanks. Thank you again.
If I come back and find you there under lock and key again, I'll leave you to rot.
So fair.
I will go as well, and I will not let your friend out of my sight.
Thank you for choosing to go to the place with food and drink for nobles. Great.
Vaclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuttenburg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Rabosh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself, Henry.
On it.
As soon as you can do so without raising suspicion, come and join us.
He'll manage it, but now we really need to hit the road.
Safe travel, Henry.
Adieu et bonne chance.
Thanks, Dad.
And to you. Hopefully we'll meet soon.
Well, just like that, after all that hard work, we're left alone in the middle of a field.
I ought to go and see Rosa when I'm in town. No doubt she'd like to know how it went with that book.
So I think let's go ahead and we're going to take a brief reprieve from the main story as we're winding down here. We're going to go see Rosa, and that's how we're going to wind our night down. First things first, gotta get a bath. Gotta get cleaned up, healed up. We're just going to fast travel to the southern gate. Should be good to go. CLD says, I started getting so hyped at this point, thinking we'd get the rat area of... Actually, you know what? Armor and weapon, looks like you take a moment to rest. Yeah, please, we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk to him. Started getting so hyped at this point, thinking we'd get the Rate area in KCD2, like they start talking about heading back that way. I thought the same thing. Kind of like, you know, go into another map that you've experienced in the previous game. And I was kind of hoping for it. I would love to see Rate in this current game engine, you know what I mean?
Yes? How about stretching those limbs and getting some light exercise?
What's up,
I
Hornet?
know you.
Yeah.
We've met before.
Oh, yeah. Hornet. That's not a name you forget in a hurry.
You're not wrong there. But your name seems to have slipped my mind.
Oh, well, thanks.
Henry.
Thanks for that,
Oh,
Hornet.
that's right. Exactly.
How have you been?
Did a brisk bit of business, I can tell
That's
you.
my name. That's very
I
rude.
Stuffed my purse to bursting.
Sounds to me like you might have stolen something.
Watch what you're saying. I'd never do that.
He would totally do that.
I was just teasing.
I've been known to take on shady work, so fancy a fight?
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Exactly. What are we fighting?
Teach me
I have
something.
a
I always like him
proposition.
to teach you
If you
something. We
win,
got plenty of money.
You take the... If I win,
If you win.
Yeah.
That's my...
Little unarmed training. Oh, wow. Okay, not wasting any time. Hornet. And I got you right here. You're done. Too
That was
easy.
a good fight.
Good. Perhaps I'll have... I promise.
No.
All right. Enough when you most...
That sounds...
All right, yep. Teach me unarmed. Beautiful. Excellent. All right. Good to see you, Hornet. Always a pleasure. Where's my horse? Where the hell's Pebbles? There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and scoot on out of here. Gonna fast travel. Actually, I think this gate is not the best bet. We're actually gonna go up to here because I want to hit the bathhouse. Hit the bathhouse, get cleaned up. But yeah, that would have been really, really cool if we would have been able to go back to Rate and see the original map. But I guess that is probably it's like a 4-day, 5-day ride. But yeah, that would have been a pretty cool offer. But hey, maybe in upcoming DLC, maybe that'll happen then. I doubt it, but that'd be cool. All right, so we're gonna make our way through, get cleaned up. We're gonna go talk to Rosa, give her the book back, and then whenever we're feeling ready, which will happen next stream, we're going to infiltrate a meeting led by King Sigismund himself to all the nobles and kind of hopefully get an insight into what his next moves are, his thought process, and hopefully get a secret hint. And the Mint Master is going to help us get in there, or he's going to get hanged. So I think for the choices given to him, I'd go with getting us into the meeting.
At your service, sir.
This place can just be an absolute maze.
Come and hear something you won't believe.
Where am I? Where the hell am I? Right here, bathhouse. Nice, that's what I thought. Okay, so baths are down at the end of this, onto the corner here.
I'm sorry.
Admittedly, I much prefer to just find a place to get cleaned up or do laundry, because then you clean yourself, you clean your clothes. It's way more convenient. All right, Kachka.
Christ! Pardon me.
Meaty Mary. Not the most flattering name I've ever heard.
Their
But
hair. I give them a head
all
and
right,
neck
just gotta
massage.
find. There we go.
And I give their backs a proper. How can I help?
Clean me up.
I've got. Excellent. What?
Awesome. All right, get smelling good. I got some lion perfume. I'm gonna toss that on too. Let's see how my nice threads are looking. Oof, dirtier than
I
hell.
hope you'll only.
And I'm wearing the wrong thing. What's going on here, Henry? What are we doing? What are we doing? There
You
we
need
go.
a bath now.
Your portrait.
Farewell, my friend. Christ! Pardon me.
See, this is the thing I don't like about the bathhouse. I feel like they should wash all of your clothes, not just the one you're wearing.
Sir?
I need a...
All right.
Boom. All right, should be looking better. Now I just gotta repair everything, and then we're off to see Rosa. I hope the Plague DLC has some supernatural elements in it. KCD is played so straight, it actually is pretty creepy when something unexplainable happens. Totally agree. There are a few things in some side quests that are pretty creepy, actually, and are very supernatural. Or not very supernatural, but they certainly lean that way, and could kind of be perceived much more more supernaturally than you would expect. Ooh, actually, shoot, while we're here, might as well get a little cleanup.
I could use.
All right, what do we? All right, so yeah, we got. Oh yeah, we got to change this up. All right, Eastern, elegant. Let's go. I'm not gonna lie, they made a great default haircut. I am a big fan of the classic cut. Scarlet style though, a little fade. I love that they added the bone dome. That's great too. I'm very partial to that. Bald and handlebar. That's what I've done a bunch of times. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? That one ain't bad at all. What's funny is this actually looks like a good friend of mine, and hell, it kind of, borderline looks like me a little bit. So actually, I like this one with. Let's see that I don't feel that for this Henry. So this Henry's been a bit more in your face. He's been a bit more of a charmer, a little bit too though. So let's see. This one bores me. I like it. It's really it's a good solid choice, but it's just kind of boring to me. I think we'll do. Maybe we'll do the horseshoe and. See, this Henry just ain't that fancy though. He doesn't strike me as that super fancy. So we're gonna go Scarlet style. Scarlet style. That looks a little. I don't know. I just don't feel like the stash is fine, but it doesn't really fit with this right now. I don't know. This is tricky. Tricky. I'm liking that for now. And you can always change it. It's 25 bucks.
Ha! Now you're
Yeah, the 90s boy band look. Shit, now that's all I can see. Oh no. That's fine. Alright, we got some buffs. We're looking good, smelling good. 360. Oh, it's 720. Alright, then we just gotta get down to the Ruthards, which I think we're pretty close. Yeah, we'll hoof it. We'll just get down there. We got a few minutes left. Chat with Miss Rosa, give her book back, and see what happens.
The people there call themselves the excuse me.
Shut up. I love how confused people get when you run by them smelling good. They're like, what is that smell? My God.
I don't know what you said to the Mint Master, but he left here looking like he'd met the Grim Reaper.
He did. Pardon me. Hello? I really like the look of the guards here. I think they got a nice aesthetic to them. Oh, sorry. There she is. Yeah, what up, girl?
By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favorite book? Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it. Thank you.
Not a problem, my lady.
By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about?
Yep.
I read a bit of it.
What did you think?
That's fair. It is a pleasant surprise considering everything in the Middle Ages, but the clouds smelt like caca. That's very fair. Writing style seems familiar. What do you like about it? It's always nice to ask people questions. Speech, scholarship.
Yeah. The author doesn't spare anyone. I wonder if he holds anything at all sacred.
Sure he does. Courage, honor, loyalty. But others have already written enough about those. A writer is interested in what lies beneath the gilded veneer of orderliness and piety, because it's much more interesting.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me?
Really glad I didn't dog the book
How
then.
should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
Yeah, I would like that.
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
Sounds like a win.
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
Yep.
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal parts.
But tell me everything to write.
Well, fine. What should I do?
She's down
Tell
bad,
me
says
what you'd
Miss
like to
Mary.
read about. A tale of a man?
Can you blame her? Look at this
or a woman?
guy.
I'll take careful notes
He
of it.
smells amazing. He looks great. Hair's cut. Yeah, we'll start with a woman.
There are heaps of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right. A woman, then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Right.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
Well, let's take influence from modern... What is it? Romantasy novels? She's got to be courageous. No, let's make her be clever. Yeah, courageous.
Well, I admire courage in girls. They're weaker than men, and life is rarely easy for them. But they still don't give up.
Yeah,
Do you know
ginger
one like
hair
that?
and the name Rosa.
Tell me about her.
That's great, though, Kevin Anderson. To think that knowledge and education could hit you so far apart from most people in this time, it's crazy. You are so right. Do you know one like that? Tell me about her. Catherine, that's true. Clara, that's also a good one. Teresa from the mill, well, that's a little awkward. She's standing before me. Well, you are a flatterer. Do you know any? Every woman is brave. That's too broad of a brush.
How could I not?
I mean, come on. Henry's got that gun.
You think I'm brave? Father says I'm more rash, always acting before thinking.
Well, nobody's perfect. But in my opinion, you're certainly brave.
Enough, you flatterer, or I shall blush.
Oh, me? I'm just talking
We better
over
get
here.
to writing.
Don't mind me.
Let's say we write about a woman who is brave and isn't afraid to say what she thinks. Would she do it for herself or for someone else?
First author self-insert. Exactly. Let's see, though. Should it be for someone else or for herself? That is tricky. I think for herself. That is more important. You have to be brave for yourself before you can... Asking the hard questions.
For
Exactly.
herself. She can afford to be a little selfish for once.
That may be true, but I still think it would sound better if she were also defending the interests of someone else. I'll figure it out somehow.
This better be a frickin' masterpiece or I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch, especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Lie on the ground on your stomach and swing your legs, but not much. Like you're lazing around.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
Now just hold the phone and call your bestie. I like how this is... it's... Oh, Henry. Oh, the Spurs. Ah. Forgot about those. He's literally... Oh, it's great. Oh, Henry. The things you'll do.
Well, now we're done.
Oh, finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done.
Here we go.
Your reward.
Oh, boy. Let's see. Which one is it? Must be... Once upon a time, there was a rich old burgher in Kuttenburg. He had been widowed long ago, but he was not so old that he wanted to live alone. So he married a maid who served him. She was a simple, poor girl, but prettier than any noblewoman and twice as clever. But the old widower did not know that. It was enough for him to enjoy the sight of his wife during the day and once in a while to enjoy her in the evening. He had no idea that the girl had eyes for his young groom more than him. So when her husband did not want to enjoy her in the evening, she hurried to the stables to see the groom who slept there. One day, however, she forgot that her husband had had an important journey early in the morning. What a surprise it was to both partners when the master entered the stable at dawn. Instead of a horse, she found a saddled groom and his own wife in the saddle. What a scream! The husband called her a harlot and was about to go to the town bailiff to get justice. His wife, however, did not just give in. She stood in his way and said, "Before you go complaining about me, think, have I ever been unkind to you? When you asked me to come to you in the evening to please you, did I ever refuse?" "Never," the old man admitted. "You always came to me as I asked. Have I ever been stingy, unwilling, or cold to you? Have I refused to give you what you wanted from me?" "No," he repeated more modestly now. "You always gave me everything I asked for. So tell me, what was I supposed to do with what I was left? Feed it to the pigs, lock it in a chest, and throw away the key? After all, isn't it better to please another man who loves me? It doesn't take away from what is rightfully yours." The husband felt ashamed at the words and had to admit that his wife was right. And to this day, Plumel, the town bailiff, still knows nothing about it. 3-hour time skip on the ground. Well,
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
didn't see it going that way. It's a little boring.
There's too much moralizing in there for my taste. But I like it otherwise.
I have a bad feeling about the story.
Should have a moral, right?
Well, yeah. But it seems to me that we're
Oh,
forcing
Kevin, you
it
flatter
down
me.
the reader's throat a bit too much.
God knows, some people won't understand it otherwise. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
It's... Oh, I read those two first lines together. It's pretty bad. It's pretty, really.
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well,
Not a problem, Rosa. Happy to risk my life to get a book. Then make a silly drawing in.
And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
Well, wasn't exactly how I planned. But hey, Henry's a gentleman. He'll take his time. He courts a lady. But either way, Kevin Anderson, thank you very much for the flattery, though. I can see RealGrogg's future in narrating audiobooks for sure. Well, that is kind of the plan, so I think that that's in store. But that was a lot to do tonight. We got through a whole lot of great stuff, a lot of great story, helped the Ruthards get their justice against the Mint Master Vivek, who is now going to have to help us to get into a meeting, a very important meeting upcoming with King Sigismund, who will hopefully betray his own desires and will lead us to some beneficial option. Eric. Ooh, I like that CLD. Next October, you should read horror stories on stream. That's so funny you said. I actually thought about that. Let me get off the music though. So there we go. I actually thought about that this last year. That's amazing. Damon, I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm sorry. I thought I chose the right options. But we all know. But yeah, I was actually thinking last October of doing horror story reads. So if that is something we are down for, I kind of had that in mind. So I like where your head's at. That sounds really good to me. No to saving Hans. Well, it is the 5th or 6th time, so it kind of loses some of its luster as we get through it. But yeah, I'm definitely down. I've got some thoughts on reading. I've got some books that I want to kind of practice with and to kind of audition with for certain authors, because I think that'd be really, really cool. But thank you all so very much. I love the support for that idea. I think that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, we rescued Hans. We pissed off Eric, the guy in the white armor, who killed that poor dog. And after finding out that we killed Ishvan Toth, his lover slash uncle slash dad slash lover dad, I don't know. So he's pissed, and he is on his way to the Jewish quarter to raise hell and basically burn out John of Liechtenstein, literally. So he's on his way there. Von Bergov and Von Aulitz, I forget where they're on their way to go, but they're heading out to, wreak more havoc. We rescued Hans, him with Hanush and Radzig Kabbalah and Godwin's dad, I forget his name. They're all at Raborsh, which is a kingdom or kind of a territory up in the far south, northwest of this region. So we'll meet up with them later after this meeting. And yeah, so there's a lot of fun stuff that we did. I wasn't sure how far along we'd get tonight, so I'm very happy that we were able to wrap all of that up. And while Henry was a gentleman and acquired the book, he still got that dog in him. He still got it. It's all good. So, I'm not going to hate on him for not pulling the trigger tonight. We wrote a good book, wrote a good story, flattered her. That's all that matters. But my friends, thank you sincerely, as always, for hanging out with me on this wonderful Monday night. Looking forward to next week as well. And maybe this Thursday, potentially. I don't want to promise it. It is kind of all hands on deck. We're trying to figure out the living situation right now. And so the next few weeks are going to be pretty packed, if I'm being totally honest. So I will certainly I promise to try. I promise to do a bit more work for this phenomenal channel and for all of you out there, because you deserve it. That's the number one reason. You all deserve to get a bit more content throughout the week, and I need to be better about that. But yeah, I'm stressed as all get out right now, kind of anxious and everything. So I want to get this all squared away, and then I'm really going to start doubling down on all of this stuff. But yes, thank you as always. Good night. Enjoyable as always, says Damon Preble. RealGrogg is reminding me of my redhead. Just a tease for Thursday. Just a tease. You never know. But yes, have a great night. Thank you so much. I loved seeing all that in chat. But if you haven't already, if you're this far in and you have not yet, please subscribe. Hit that button for me. You'll be notified whenever I go live and whenever I produce any other smaller items as well. But hit the like button for me if you haven't done that, and all that fun stuff that every YouTuber asks you to do. But yes, always wonderful to catch you. Thanks for stopping in, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you very soon. But until then, stay real, my friends. Till the next one. Ooh.